got the pre-show. Let everybody know we in here. Talk that stuff. Going live at 7. I'm play some music. As you know, playing today's dopest independent artists and producers. You know how we do.
On the grind.
Uh-oh.
The government is only thinking about the dollar. It's so insane it makes me wanna holler. Police
cause you're simply satisfied. That's no cause. But you forget who is the cause of black people being exploited and oppressed. There have been many causes men have chosen to die for, but many black men are dying for a cause. And because you think there's no cause to die for.
The pain is digging when I'm rocking my gift. I'm probably better off smoking a split, but I don't smoke. I deal with it with the sober intent. I'm pretty calm now, I'm pitching the fit. It's quite intense. The nonsense on my melanin shit. That means the system is a son of a bitch that does exist. I maintain as an optimist. 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 How I live, gotta give. Strive for empowerment. Cooperative is moving your neck. That means I'm operative. Your operatives mean with the perks. Just on some sloppy shit. Gobby kids got riffs about to take your shit. That's it. I bust first and take them off for this. The slaughter in. Go fun will be your offering. I bet you don't know where your son and daughter is. The aura is on lockdown from this corona shit. COVID G going too soon. I say get operative.
We're living in some changing times where peace and happiness is hard to find. Our people hustling out on the grind, but we're dying out on the front lines. The government is only thinking about the dollar. It's so insane it makes me wanna holler. Police violence puts our lives on the line. These are the things that are heavy on my mind.
What's heavy on my mind? Shit. Where should I begin? Start off by breaking bad habits, trying to create a trend. Stories from my fathers.
Let me know we here.
I got it penciled in.
7 p.m.
Patterns after him, trying to fulfill my purpose before my hourglass empties and I'm dead in the dirt. And to be honest, lad, I wanna have a family too. If the Lord will bless, but I first gotta obey by His rules and take certain steps. So this is where my conscience, in a sense, it turns to you, it turns to you, it turns to you, it turns to you, it turns to you.
See you so far inside away, baby. You seem so far inside away.
And that don't stop the Karen that go for Bob and Esther. Just mind your damn business. How about that gesture? Cause when you cry wolf, they gon' come look. Cause they don't see a black man. I'm sick and tired of lying Karens who phone calls always lead to black crying parents. Or black boys in the street, man, we need some answers. Emmett Till was the start and you saw what she tried on my man in Central Park. And that don't stop it, Karen, that go for Bob and Esther. Just mind your damn business. How about that gesture? Cause when you cry wolf, they gon' come look. Cause they don't see a black man, they just see a
We went from wilderness songs and suits to flailing elbows and palms and boots. I'm calm, don't shoot streaming chaos. The blessings of the ancestors keep us balanced. It's always been some silent ops that left some bricks on pallets. Fresh out the barracks, recruits know not what they'd inherit. These garish games of power, two-party bad marriage. Born in equity, justice is the rarity. Imperative
is viewed as being heresy.
You let me add a little clarity. They kill a black man, so we peaceful protest and still catch assault and battery charges, regardless of all that barbarity. Seen in real time, who can view the disparity. Tear gas and rubber bullets shot in the crowd while Donald Trump bitch ass steady tweeting aloud for popularity. Sick outside is high stakes, so tell your brother man stay safer, safer.
How do you cope with loved ones when it's your breaking point? Tired of polluting my lungs by facing all these joints. Stressed out cause of trying to please others, but those same damn people got a bust to throw you under. Sometimes I sit and wonder, why try to be the good guy and realize I gotta keep a good mark before I die. Let them tell it I'm the worst of the worst, forgetting that when it's over they gotta lay in their own dirt. Always been to blame for every situation, trouble knocking like I'm here looking for Terrence Mason, yet y'all have no flaws. At least that's what you portray, the answers you seem to have, but my question is how sway. No need for the foul play, it's child's play. A grown man, but overall the kid got scars like Charles Lee Ray. You can see it on my face, I'm humble but still a beast. Stand up for all my beliefs, no longer catering the streets. Sheesh. I mean the change gotta come, but while I got your attention, just vibe to this one. Yeah, little nigga, spark up. You can still be a threat without even having to talk tough. I'm no bluff, that means don't get it twisted. See, you think I'm a conscious man, but my mind's sick and demented. Never know what people going through. Weight on your shoulders can take over you. Now you snapping cause you just ain't right. Got you feeling like you lost your mind.
No doubt. Yo, I hear mad screams from black teens, baby mamas and crack fiends. Mad dreams shatter like flat screens. My black king's trying to rise through these hard times. Only options is serving dimes and small fries. Mother's heartbroken. System got my people pinned down like Hulk Hogan. Wrestling demons, pray to Jesus, leave his arms open. And there's a ghetto up in heaven for these lost soldiers. They crossed over to my people feeling down and broken. I hope these rhymes I'm quoting hit your mind like ibuprofen. You will survive when times is hopeless, man, you gotta focus. Just keep your head up to the sky, but watch out for vultures. Know this, everybody faces tribulations and trials, but some hide behind their Twitter pages and smiles. Even though they whole situation is foul, they don't show you the precipitation and clouds. What? I know you like the way I walk, the way I move, and the way I talk. I'm so fly, I'm so cool. Cause my handshakes whenever I come through. I know you like the way I flow. You like my style and you like my clothes. I'm all about this bread, so I gotta get this dough. It's money over bitches, nigga, friend to foe, friend to foe. It's just my swagger, swagger. You like my swagger, swagger. You love my swagger, swagger. It's just my swagger, swagger.
My prototype so patterned and decisive. I'm God of the universe through knowledge and enlightenment, so move slow. Evaluate life's triteness, methodical, meticulous with exact preciseness. I'm living with you when I speak from my mind. I breathe heat, spit fire, flood the streets with my light. Now lean back with greenbacks, desert heat. I'm flawless. Discreet missions with night visions aimed at your accomplice. I compliment the exhausted, exceeding excellence through every precaution. Screw the hypocrites, reinstate the enforcers. I'm clutch when it's crunch time, I embrace my endorsements. Homage to my niggas still grieving from losses.
I'm so fly, I'm insect, I testify that no pesticide can infect this guy. I've been sick with the mad cow. I am a cash cow, ass how me, not nigga with the cash.
Ass clean the whole place out. I'll be back with the hazmat for the next round. We was trying to protest and the fires broke out. Look out for the secret agents, they be planning in the crowd. Said it's similar unrest, but you sleep so sound like you don't hear the screams when we cut your beat down. Stand quiet when they killing niggas, but you speak loud when we ride.
I'll be laying watching ES. 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 I'll be laying watching ESPN with ya. Cook up anything that you wanna eat for ya. I'm every woman, it's all I need. I'm her. I wanna put you on.
Come on, to the break of dawn. Come on, where these rappers going? Come on, to the break of dawn. Come on, where these rappers going? Yo, new installment, yo, the word is up. Same as it ever was. Make the finest lady shake their vertebrae. You be falling, you'll be murdered up. Flame is how my words erupt. Brother, grab the zipper, light the herbals up. Make your life obsolete, so don't push it. The brother that dish man crack, but never took it. The mumbling, ugly shit, can't overlook it. I level out, straighten these cats, stats.
Sound like summertime, don't it? Nah, that's when it's shit. The only time for cuffing that we don't condone it. Need me someone thick if it's only for the moment. Someone I can hold on to and grow old with. Double entendre, hold on to. Talking Love Jones.
What up, Mom?
Hold on.
Making beats.
Girl, I knock the soul out you, then bring it back. We call that deja vu, that's a fact. I put this thing on you, Gwen Stefani. Bet you holler back before I do, you can find me. Chillin' at the bar, talking to a chick that's not a criminal, but damn, she got a body on my lord. More importantly, she got a job. Take care overseas, so that's what we call her hobby, cause she killing it. Culinary skills on legitimate. That's food for thought if you start something. We came a long way from blowing L's in the pissy hallway where the smell stays with you all day. We came a long way from blowing L's in the pissy hallway where the smell stays. We came a long way from blowing L's in empty hallway where the smell stays with you all day. Living with my mom's, hiding weed up in the crawl space. Hoping she'll find it, I don't gotta learn the hard way. Better her than the cop, she always told me. Kick my ass in the house so they rehearse me outside. Cause preparing for death is no rehearsing. Guarantee your music stop and no reversing. In the meantime, run it back and analyze the verses. We came a long way from thinking that we don't deserve shit. B&E's running your spot like we deserve this. To now keep a peace, my G, know what the word is. I'm older now, so hell yeah, I can answer that. I'm living life on the edge, but with a purpose. I keep it dangerous, cause safety equal a lot of stacks. And for the bag, they will go up in your Birkin.
Official. We beat official. We beat.
Off that big joint. Let's get it.
Today's agenda, got the suitcase up in the central. Order room 112, tell them Blanco sent you. Feeling strangers, if no money exchanges. I got these kids in ranges, believe them niggas brainless. All they told is stainless, you just remainers. Calm as possible, make the deal go through. If not, here's 12 shots, we know how you do. Please make your killings clean, slugs up in between. Their eyes like true lies, kill them and flee the scene. Let's bring back the coke or the green.
You're listening to the sounds of DJ Wi-Fi.
You a dirty old man, you know that? And I'm gonna be one, I'm a dead old man.
There can be no second guessing the cats up in my section. International, bars of beats fit in each session. Better watch your voice inflection. Riders from the effing. L the INT and gritty all up in my DNA. The lyrics spraying like the K of DeAndre. But strange enough in the same way, no one believe it what you say. Turn 16 bars to a clinic on how to rip it. You get a free T plus a string that let you clip shit. Spit it, then I zip it. Wind is now a tip jar. And wide body keep a slap like a pimp's car. My tail's ancient as Ishmael, you Ishtar. D.O.M.B. adding on like we miss par. I went from blowing green with Gene and his Windstar to better things, a nigga clean as a centaur.
DJ
You
Rec.
talking reckless, praise God you made it.
What up, Rec?
Cause I put you in your place like a witch jar.
In a fight, I beat rappers by a landslide. Go against me, and I get the blame. In a fight, I beat rappers by a landslide. Go against me, and I rip the blame. Fight, I beat rappers by a landslide. In a fight, I beat rappers by a landslide.
Scientific, marvelous arsonist. Duck when the god spit is arsenic. Autistic, retarded, cold heart. Scientific, marvelous arsonist. Duck when the god spit is arsenic. Autistic, retarded, cold hearted shit. Off with his head for arguing. His whack MC season and I'm going hunting. You're the target, man. Often I snap and start to snatch home. So back off it before auctioning body parts. Try and latch on the words of this authentic marksman. Thoughts blend and form the skills I harness. Step inside my office. Hear them dogs barking. I'm all pit. Locked on your mind. I can't get off it. Only feed me that raw shit, cause you are what you eat. I'm lost in the beat. There's laws in the street you must follow. I'm all
From a time when you rhyme like this, it went hard. It's all about the ball, now bitches and flash your car. From a time when you rhyme like this, it went hard. It's all about the ball, now bitches and flash your cars. But even when it was, man, this shit was so raw that you can feel the pain like you carry around the scars. Now this shit is so flawed, you can't tell niggas from the bros. Skinny jeans got these rappers looking off. Slap me, slap me, slap me. Slap me 5 on the black hand side and just watch how these stars align. I pen these lines when my mind combined with the tree that make my cipher divine. When I rhyme, shit is chiropractic. You feel it in your spine. Now let's get it cracking and crack a bottle of wine. Cause it's time for some action. Like picking signs on the front line snapping. So when I write a verse, I be praying for some traction. Give them all substance, no money or fashion. I rap better, but these niggas keep passing me by from the far side.
yeah.
On the way. FTW. I got you.
Yeah.
Life forced us to come with dark north forces way past your border. Shoot shots in your 3/4. Who minds enhancing? 8-ball crack dancing, street camping. Devil smile like a jack-o'-lantern. Point away and hit your ass with the ricochet. Money visions got me thinking evil death decisions. White powder, turn my watch back 6 hours. Triumph traveled around the earth, wrist, fruit and flowers. Packing heat deep, puffing on a pearl beach. Silk sheets and island girls make my penis eat. Niggas dumber than Helen Keller. My stash is in the building cellar. They on the roof picking dummy doubles. Mastermind, far from an acidine. Girls ass of mine, for the pussy tell them lies. Ring chain gleaming, pockets keep gangrening. Turn demon against your team in the summer season. Acrobatic, my mathematics with my money status. Got me in Paris, on the carriage eating shrimp and rabbit.
You fuck with niggas who ain't got shit to feel large. We fuck with 4 spots, 4 clips, 4 charge. 4 bottles of Dro, fill up the Optimo. You drive through pussy, let me get a fuck to go. You fuck with niggas who ain't got shit to feel large. We fuck with 4 spots, 4 clips, 4 charge. 4 bottles of Dro, fill up the Optimo. You drive through pussy, let me get a fuck to go. I cherish blunt sessions, standing on the corners with my niggas drinking 40s and blessing tracks. And numbers facts, ain't nothing changed but my wave cap. I'm on some laid back shit that could take you way back and pop bottles. Compare me to the sound of a bike bottle and count the words that
FTW Barbarian
No one, not even you.
Digger Hurts Phil Ron Wallace, let's get it.
All that matters is that 2 stood against many. That's what's important.
FTW
Power pleases your crown.
WTF.
So grant me one request. Grant me revenge.
We'll ride out with this.
And if you do not listen,
perpetrate his heat.
Then the hell with you.
Dom DeMarco.
Calling your Lord and Savior won't do you niggas favors. My cat's Voltron like the 01 Lakers. Say he like Mamba, me I'm Shaq Diesel. Wallace he like Ori, sharpshooter with the eagle. Yeah, y'all niggas props is admitting that we equal. So we make them die hard the first time, no sequel. Take on any challenger, swing the Excalibur. Aiming at the neck of who next? Check the calendar, cause any day that ends in Y can't touch us. These niggas wanna snuff us cause they hoes wanna fuck us. Your shit is great, it's where you niggas lose me. Use the term loosely, so I'ma hit this loosey. Cause what I jot on this loosely make you lose sleep. Gather all your niggas, need an army just to move weak. This for the win, nigga, watch who you messin' with. 3 from the hood and we a force to be reckoned with. Cause we proceed to show you how it's done. Take second place to none, cause we rep the number 1. And we keep the steel if it's real. If you hate what we say, we give a damn how you feel. Cause we any beats we be reppin' on. Keep the guns drawn like we transform Megatron. Before we get you in the scope, your team can't cope and your mama losing hope. Cause we barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. We barbarians, nigga, we barbarians.
So Phil said, channel my black mamba, stone cold killers in black slacks and leather bombers. I wonder if these niggas really understand my aura is enlightened like a kush marijuana strand. We got plans to decimate the sham mockery. Rally up the squad for the win. I'm New Rockney. Watch me reign like tropical depressions. And those that fail to listen, they gotta learn the lesson. Cause every word I scribe is a blessing for your ears to hear. For some, warning shots intended for my peers to fear. Subliminal shots only get you vaccinated. Facts related back to the scene, you're quite fascinated. Exacerbated with these numbskulls and novices, the math don't add up. So tell me what the problem is. Got it together, LTW's a solid bid. Musical professor like my man Rod Wallace is.
Proceed to show you how it's done. Take second place to none, cause we rep the number 1. And we keep the steel if it's real. If you hate what we say, we give a damn how you feel. Cause we Any beats we be reppin' on, keep the guns drawn like we transform megasons. Or we get you in the scope, your team can't cope, and your mama losing hope. Cause we barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. We barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. Cause we barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. We barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. Barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. We barbarians.
The wild rhinos who chop vinyl, we stomp heavy. Clock shredding, turning bebop to rock steady. It's bad news when I gab juice. Vibrate when the crowd shake, I'm Jake the Snake when I make the bag move. Y'all debate race, but me with hate. Comparing steals joy, but employ a cute face like Catherine Zate. Roger fascinate, let the pod captivate. My balls reserved for tapes to make a learner's learning project base. I try to posit street logic in the knowledge base. What other shit? McAllen 6 with the sliding case. Can't even lie, the landscape taking size and shape. Whip it up then bake like Lana did with pies and cakes. Concerned with legacy, still got time to load your weaponry. No matter what you do, you still reppin' me. And I'm reppin' you, mine's high steppin' through. War zone, doors gone, barbaric legends brew.
Cause we barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. We barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. Cause we barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. We barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. Barbarians, nigga, we barbarians. We barbarians. One, two, check 1, 2. What's going on? It's that time again, and for Talk That Stuff, this 28th day of May. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Let's meet the panel. Let's meet the panel. Up first from Oakland, USA, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the comrade RTO Beats. All right, RTO Beats. All right, up next from Detroit City, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mike Notes. Mike Notes.
driving, man. What up, though?
What's going on? Up next, from Alabama by way of St. Louis. Been a long hiatus. He makes his return. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to the comrade. He got a project on the way as well. We'll talk about that later. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Dixie Freely!
What's good? What's good? Happy Sunday.
All right. And from Jersey, now by way of Atlanta, let's give it up for See Me Hustle!
Yo, I'm driving, man. I'm driving.
You good, Moats? I got you. See Me Hustle! RTO Beats! You there? And I'm DJ Widebody. Widebody say, what's up? I say, what's up? What's up, Digger Hurts? Like I say, what's up to everybody? Say, what's going on? RTO, See Me Hustle, Dixie Freely. Got Dixie in the building. We got RTO, See Me Hustle and Notes. I'm DJ Widebody. This is Talk That Stuff. You know what it is. We're here. We are there. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Some good topics tonight. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody in the chat? Making Beats, Digger Hurts, Mother, DJ Rec. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. How's everybody doing in the panel?
Chilling, man.
All right, man. Good to see y'all. Man, what a barn burner last night. We'll touch that first. We'll talk about that first. Boston Celtics down 0-3. Everyone wrote the Boston Celtics off. They're on the way out. Tatum could not finish the game. He doesn't show up in the fourth quarter. Boston last night, Miami. I wish I was Chris Berman right now, but I'm not. They take on the Heat. The Celtics did everything in their power to lose this game. Everything imaginable. In the fourth quarter, it was Butler and it was the refs who put up the points because there was all kind of crazy calls. But the Boston Celtics at the last millisecond, my man White throws up a quick layup from the trash off the rim, and the Boston Celtics force a Game 7. Going to TD Bank Garden, back up to Boston, Beantown, Game 7. Can you guys believe it? Do you believe now in the Celtics? Do you think the Celtics can get it done? And if they do, what do you think is going to happen on the Miami side?
I definitely think the Celtics going to take Game 7.
Man. Who would have thought? They
got the momentum.
Yeah, got the momentum, and that kind of loss is worse than a blowout. Like them kind of like the emotional.
Yeah, that's a devastating loss.
It's hard to bounce back from those.
You ain't lying. You was not lying, dude. I mean,
Miami. My bad. Go ahead.
Miami got the right attitude about it. You know what I mean? They know they lost in the last. I mean, it was literally a last second shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did the right shit.
Yeah. They didn't box out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, exactly. There you go, Malcolm.
Got the right attitude about it. You know what I mean? Jimmy Butler, he took it on the chin. Said it was on him.
Yeah. All for one small fundamental junior high school technique that we all learned at junior high to box out.
But see, he boxed out, but just the wrong nigga.
There was a lot of Miami players back there.
Out of Bam, you would expect the guy that.
You gotta understand.
Bam boxed out. What's the name? Now, I saw someone boxing someone out, and then White came in from the right and just came and swooped.
What they should have did was everybody should have boxed out because
is
a rebound really worth something in that instance? Like who cares who gets the rebound? The important thing is not to let somebody get an offensive rebound. That's the important thing. The ball hit the ground and bounce on the ground. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? It was last.
Smart got up a good shot too. I thought that shot was money. I mean, he got up a shot. If Smart playing good, Tatum, and you got my man in either Williams, which he get the trash, and if those guys play good, including Brown, they're unstoppable, man. I think Boston is the better team, and I think they woke up and they realized that, man. So
Williams is trash.
No, he's not. I like him. I like him as a big man. I think that I like that combination. I like how them boys are playing. I don't like how they was playing the last few minutes of the fourth quarter because, if you guys remember, they were up by 10. I'm like, man, this is in the bag. All they got to do is kind of play defense and don't stop driving to the baskets because the refs were calling every damn thing, man. And my man made a mistake. I would have let Jimmy get that shot off. There's no reason to contest that. Do all you want. Fly out of bounds and throw a three-pointer up. I'm confident that Butler wouldn't have hit that. But Horford almost gave it up.
But that nigga just hit one right before that though.
I know in that
Going right
fashion.
into
Still, you know, that's a dumbass foul. I mean, that's
Yeah,
not
it was.
ref.
I wouldn't have been
You can't
all
make
on
a
him
play
like
like
that.
that.
I would have
And
gave
hope
him
the
a
ref
contested shot, but he
and
was
hope
all
the ref
he
don't
was
blow the
draped
whistle.
over.
Like you gotta not foul. You gotta go out of your way to not foul on that thing. You know what I mean?
But
So
it
I
is
don't know
Al
if I
Horford
agree.
at the same time.
The ref
What you
was.
saying? What you saying, RTO?
Said it is Al Horford at the same time.
Right,
so
right, right.
I think it just
He trying to be fucking aggressive and shit. Which if you gonna go down aggressively and shit. So I get that. But that's a dumbass foul by an experienced veteran and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cut him off. He took some dumb 3-point shots, and there was the worst 3-point shooting performance they've had all year. And I think maybe they wake up and hey, we don't. I mean, of course, this team is bread and butter is the 3-ball, but I mean, if they need to get it done in other places, then this team's able to do that. I got Boston. I think Heat's steam ran out. If they were to win last night, that crowd was into it. And it goes to show you, me and Smooth were talking earlier about superstars and we're talking about that the white dude. I forget his Dugan, what his name is?
Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson.
Dugan.
Hey, when this guy had 2 wide open 3-point shots, but you make the shit that's people that people's player are contesting you. You don't make those. You've had 2 opportunities. That's why there's bench players and there's starters. That right there. But shout out to the Celtics, man. Shout out to the Celtics. I hope they get it done, man.
Just to get their ass whooped.
Yeah, right. Because the Nuggets been on vacation. They probably ain't been practicing. They probably resting up them little nagging injuries. They probably healed. But I think, what do you guys think? I think the Celtics will give more of a I think the Celtics will be a better matchup than the Heat.
I said that last night, but I mean a grueling 7-game series, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go ahead, Dixie.
I was gonna say I don't know if Denver has anybody for Tatum, and I don't think Boston has anybody for Murray or Jokic. But at least Boston has an X factor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I just think Boston's a little more well-rounded than Miami is.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, they're a better team. I don't know how they. Miami got hot.
Got hot at the right time. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's gonna take more than one or two guys to beat Denver.
Yes.
You're gonna have to have threats everywhere.
And then all their players are getting hurt and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah. I don't know that I want Miami in the finals with a hurt team because it's just going to be a bad finals. But I don't have confidence in either team really beating Denver.
Right. I wouldn't bet on.
Digger Hurt says Heat will win by 3. I don't know. Boston Garden, the Garden's going to be electrifying Monday.
You know the NBA. You know Boston is NBA darling. So
I don't think Miami gives a fuck.
The Cowboys of the NBA.
Yep.
We'll see, man. Moving on, guys. Tina Turner, as everyone knew, was passed on the 24th. I think she was battling. She had a stroke a few years ago, but yeah, Tina Turner, dead at the age of I think it was 79.
Something
Yes,
like that.
she
Rest in
dead.
peace to her.
Right.
She had a lot of roots right here in St. Louis. Went to Sumner High School.
Right.
So she definitely left her mark on the world, man.
Definitely. Was watching. I was watching her perform, and yeah, she was definitely electrifying, dude. Queen, they know they coined her the queen of rock and roll. She went over to Switzerland. She's lived over there since for the longest. So yeah, man.
I saw they was calling the Swiss. I'm like, shoot, how many people in Switzerland named Annie Mae Bullock?
right. Annie Mae Bullock, straight up, man. But yeah. Want to mention everybody that was going on.
That's straight up from MLK Ave from the city in America.
So her roots are in St. Louis.
I think she was born in Mississippi or somewhere like or Tennessee, but grew up here. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Her and Ike are from here.
Right. We're talking last week. We had a great conversation last week. We were talking about the prime outfits and people investing in the wrong shit and a lot of stuff going on. But what's been going on in the news? Where's Rod Wallace at, man?
He said he'll be a little late.
Okay.
Yeah, put that in the chat.
Right. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, he said later tonight to be accurate.
Gotcha.
But
Top school. Did you guys? I guess we're about the time right now. I seen a post the other day with school lunches. Did you guys partake in the school lunch? And what were your favorite lunches? What was your favorite?
And nasty ass pizza was the best thing you can get.
You guys get pizza on Fridays?
yeah,
All right.
I was just about to say that pizza.
that pizza was so underwhelming. We used to put ranch dressing on it.
Oh my god.
Motherfuckers give you pizza and tater tots and shit, but
Nutbush, Tennessee.
best thing because everything else was absolutely trash.
I'm trying to think, man. But they did have something on the menu that I did used to like. I think it was like their what's that shit called? It was like a chicken fried chicken or what they sell at Cracker Barrel, Country Fried Steak. Yeah, they had that.
Oh yeah,
that was cool. That was the only thing I would say I would actually enjoy.
Damn, we didn't have something like
fake
that.
ass meatloaf.
Yeah. But what was crazy, the breakfast would be on point though. The lunch was just ass.
And the buns, shit.
They was serving y'all breakfast?
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't had no breakfast.
yeah, breakfast.
Better
They had to pay for it though.
You talking about school? High school
Yeah.
and shit? Yeah, we had breakfast in high school, man.
What I make
It was clutch, man.
Ain't had no breakfast. Shit.
That shit was clutch. That's the
the breakfast was good.
But we grew up at that was probably some kids. That was probably the only time they got to eat like all day. You know what I'm saying? Because the area was so poor and shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, breakfast and lunch and shit. That shit was clutch for us. But my mom's made too much money. I couldn't get the free breakfast or free lunch. Like my mom's had to pay.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I had reduced lunch.
Yeah, that's what we
crazy.
had. We had that same shit. Where you grow up at?
In Alabama. But my mom probably only made about 30 grand and still had to pay for it.
Damn, y'all had that reduced lunch too? Damn, that was a thing.
Yeah, they had that up here in Michigan too. That
shit was all the poor neighborhoods.
They motherfucker just to the fed us, bro. Like, is it that serious?
Niggas try to get that shit taken out, like Ronald Reagan and them niggas try to get that shit taken out the school budget. I remember that, man. I remember a lot of people had issues with Ronald Reagan because of that, man. He was trying to get
Reaganomics.
Yeah, try to get the schools to cut back and cut out lunches and shit.
Yeah, my high school year, after we made it through the metal detectors, they could have gave us a juice and some donuts.
Right. Right. I mean,
waiting that long goddamn line.
Think about it. They could have gave us the lunch on the house. Why we had to go through all these programs and shit? I mean, that could have been in the budget.
Money gotta come from somewhere, bro. You know what I mean? Shit don't come out of thin air, bro. You need money for that shit.
Motherfuckers don't spend no money on education. This is America.
And then you think about the tax base. Like tax base come mainly from homeowners and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like where I grew up, it wasn't no homeowners and shit. You know?
That's the last thing they about to budget.
Yeah, so I mean that money gotta come from somewhere, bro. The money don't just come out of thin air and shit, man.
You look at a township.
Well, actually, it can.
Well, I mean, that's where our taxes come from. But
right.
If you listen to people now, most people complain about taxes and shit.
Hey, Malcolm, they proved that during COVID. They can print money.
Peace, bro. What's going on?
What's up, Monica?
Well, that don't
What's
mean
up,
it's
boo?
necessarily
How you doing?
good.
Dylan, what's your favorite school
it's
lunch?
not good. We're paying for it now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite school lunch?
Inflation up.
Favorite school lunch. That pizza with the Peace, baby. How you doing? That pizza with the Doritos. The Doritos with the mustard on top.
Oh Lord.
Who said
Monica,
ranch?
what's up, Monica? But see, you
Hey,
got
baby.
I was saying the same. We had to get creative.
Monica, you went to
Hell
Neptune.
yeah. And whatever came free.
Y'all
Whoever was stealing
y'all
it was
eating
giving it to me.
caviar and shit in Neptune, yo. I don't
Get the
want that.
fuck out of here. We was eating no fucking
Shit.
caviar, man.
I was eating good over there, man.
Shit.
That's some
Y'all lunch was probably
bullshit.
better than ours.
Caviar.
Yeah, them niggas was
Listen. Let me keep it a buck. Miss Shirley Roberts, bless her heart. She used to always come home with them free milks from Asbury Park.
Oh,
I had
shit.
them free
See?
milks every day, and them
See?
little ass apple juices and shit. I only went to Neptune, but I slept in
That's where the milk
Asbury
was
Park
going.
Village.
You damn sure couldn't get a milk
Asbury
for
Park
lunch. They
Village.
wouldn't give you no extra milk on them lunch
It's right
ladies.
here. Shit, 326 at 326 Atkins Avenue.
Shit. We
You want to hear something funny though, Wide Body?
Huh?
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
So it's a Friday during football season. We had that nasty ass pizza we all discussing, right?
Yeah.
A couple hours later, it's time for pregame
Oh,
meal.
yeah.
We go back to the exact same lunchroom with the same workers, and guess what we have?
Same fucking pizza.
Hamburgers,
Oh.
hamburgers, steak, spaghetti, all that.
They
If y'all had a pregame meal, I'm more impressed y'all had a pregame
right.
meal.
Jesus,
You
man.
didn't have that shit, nigga.
But I knew then the students were getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what it sound like. Yeah,
You
it
seen
sound
the
like.
bullshit right there. Well, our coach used to feed us orange peels and Coca-Cola at halftime. Orange slices. And I remember the trainer was getting out. You can't give them that. They trying to kill us, man. And the cats was eating that shit. I ain't drinking no Coca-Cola. I'm playing football and shit.
Yeah, now you gonna cramp up like
That was that booster money. Y'all got that meal off that booster money, though.
You right. No, that was that booster money.
That's eating the shit. The culinary arts.
The quarterback club. That's what they call
it. Yeah. That was our line. Shit, they fucked up on. Give it to them.
Right. So yeah, I got some little things here, man. Want to ask y'all and seeing y'all thoughts on that.
Anybody see that shit with Derek Jackson's wife?
Nah, what she do?
Nah, what happened?
Anybody see that shit?
No, go ahead. What she do?
Nah, somebody interviewed her and shit, man.
What she talking about?
Too much for me to sum up here, man. But
I'm typing it up now.
This dude giving our relationship advice, man. You know, women gonna listen to it because he's a good looking guy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see this.
There's pretty awful shit.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up now.
Listen to that motherfucker if you want. I mean, I knew he was.
That's usually how it is. The people who on them soapboxes, man, they be the main one.
I knew he was a fraud from day one and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
That's how he got caught. Guess how he got caught?
Ultimate fraud.
Got cheat the cell phone, which ain't been good to no kind of player since the cell phone started getting popular.
Well, it's not even about that though. It's about the other shit. I mean, there's a lot of shit. I suggest.
Well, bring some stuff up, man.
We'll take a look at that interview now. People gonna have to watch the interview and watch. You know, the shit that she puts in there is too much for me to.
I hate his stinking guts.
I heard her say she was more familiar with other women's bodies than her own. That's the only clip I saw.
That's the part of it, yeah. Because she, you know what I mean? She was basically trying to cater to him by by being like the women that he was seeing on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she totally lost herself. She's 100% lost. But that's what you get fucking with a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Gave
the guy
herself to him.
want relationship advice from him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Don't ever trust another man again as long as she lives. So the other man, the next dude she messes with is gonna feel the wrath because she never gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. And this dude might be the best thing since sliced bread to her, but she would never ever get to experience that because of her insecurity.
Yeah, she's done. She's
her trust
dope
issues.
done. Yeah, she's
right.
100.
I mean, anything's possible. I mean, if she take time off and do the work on her stuff,
She's gonna have to do some major work on herself, bro. Listen to that interview, bro. She got some major work to do on herself, bro.
We'll check it out.
But as far as jumping right back into something, nah, I wouldn't. Just like you guys
I blame. She got blame in it too because she was a willing participant in that dysfunction. But that dude I wouldn't listen to a single word he ever got to say about anything, bro. That dude's a piece of shit.
Mark the name, Derek Jackson, fraud. Hey, I want to ask y'all something. We forgot to talk about this. I can't believe that I forgot about this. I know it's a little old, but I want to get you guys' thoughts on Ja Morant, him getting caught again holding a gun. What do you guys? What is your take on that? Even
I mean, the second time around, more so than him holding the gun, I was more so disgusted at the friend for showing him holding the gun.
Right.
I mean, I'm a gun owner. So do I hold my gun? Some days I do hold my gun. I just don't get on live, you know. That's the difference. But first time, totally on him. I mean, to me, I'm not so upset he's holding the gun. I'm more upset that this friend didn't recognize this guy's already in trouble for this very thing just a few months prior. Why would you even do that to him? You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, but you are the company, or you got to watch the people around you, man. You do.
Sure do.
You know.
And that just goes to show you, you know, be careful who you hang around with, man. People don't put a lot of stock on that, man. But when you are a guy like that, which is, $200 and something $1 million person, and you're right, and I could see when his friend is in a car and he kind of flashed, tilted it over to Ja, and he kind of recognized and he pulled it back. Just that split second just ruined that man's life. I don't know, man. I think it's some kind of. I mean, he's in obviously a different spot, different position than a lot of people. To where you gotta kind of keep your image clean and shit like that, man. But
yeah,
I kind of bought into him when who interviewed him? Was it Jalen Rose?
Jalen Rose.
I just feel like it was all. I don't know. I can't. I gotta take that with a grain of salt now. Go ahead, what you say?
Yeah, I guess with me, I don't have a problem owning a gun. Like, you do you,
Awesome.
but I guess just the glorifying of it, going on live and all that. He don't need to do all of that.
For what? Not even built like that, because a real motherfucker you would never see that gun. You wouldn't glorify that shit. He's not built like that. Why do these guys get all this damn money and try to what? I feel like he has something to prove.
Because they all they want to be real niggas.
Right. Real.
Yeah. I don't know. Did anybody watch Air? Anybody seen that shit?
Yeah, I watched it.
What'd you think about it?
It was cool.
It was dope, right?
Yeah,
See, Mike parents, the route that they
was
took
completely involved. Like his mom was running shit.
Yeah, but then see how they kept him. Like, man, they kept him respectful and they kept him honorable and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like Mike is a saint. Well, he wasn't doing no Ja Morant. Mike was business oriented. You know what I'm saying? And his mom led the charge on that. Mike and Morant potentially throwing away, all his endorsements and shit.
But all away.
Yeah.
No one's gonna spend no money with him no more.
Yeah, he potentially throwing stuff away. You know what I'm saying? Just to, be considered cool, man. And that just watching Air just showed me how like if I was a parent like of a star athlete, I would lean towards being like Mike parents, the way they handle his business. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like Ja parents. They both come from good backgrounds. They both come from 2-parent households and shit. I couldn't see myself being like Ja Morant parents and just being his friend and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a problem.
I think he should be governing himself though. Like, you should know that there's certain behaviors that you can't display on video, period. Because you never know today who could potentially put your business out there, right? If you still want to engage with your friends,
it could be alcohol related.
It could be a few things. But me personally, like, when you reach a certain level of achievement, you have to look at the broader picture and saying this could potentially impact me, period. So anybody that I'm around, listen, these are my disclaimers. And if you can't adhere to it, then now I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to change my audience.
He's obviously not capable of doing that. So I'm saying, at what point do the parents step in?
But see, that's the thing. I listened to a story. I forgot who was telling it. Might have been like on Skip and Shannon. And they was talking about one of the incidents that occurred where his mom got into it with an employee at a Foot Locker, right?
Yeah.
Now, most responsible people would have took that issue up with the manager, right or wrong.
Yeah, she called Morant and he showed up.
She called him. Why would you call
9 people
come get mixed up in some mess at a Foot Locker?
On a Foot Locker employee, with nine of his boys and guns.
When I heard that story, that kind of gave me some insight to the mentality, not just his own mentality, but the people
his parents. And that's where I place the blame at. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was going with it. I'm basically
that's what Corey Holcomb is saying, just explaining. He said he blamed his mom on all this shit for carrying around a gun, and was telling about the shoe story and shit. Like, why would you put your?
It was deeper than that, though.
Real deeper than that, right?
It's you can tell he wasn't raised correctly by his parents. You know what I'm saying? They're co-signing that mess instead of putting their foot down. I don't think Mike's mom would have went for any of that foolishness.
Not Mike.
You can watch Air and see that. You know what I'm saying? Miss Jordan wasn't going for
mess up the money. You can't mess up the money.
Can't fumble the money, man. And like, she's encouraging him to get involved in violent acts. Rather than being the first to stop him to do so. Which is
sound like to me, this is what happened when he was raised by Pookie Ray and Waukesha. This is what happens.
Sharkeisha and fucking Ray and shit.
Will he ever be for?
It's their son.
What do you guys seeing happen to him? He gonna serve this?
He'll get suspended. He'll get suspended. He'll be back. The reason why, because the NBA got guaranteed contracts and he's owed too much money to not play. So he'll be back.
Shout out to the players union.
Yeah. He'll get suspended though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably half the season at the least.
I don't know. What are they suspending him for?
Just misconduct.
What was the misconduct?
Publicly displaying a firearm.
I mean, no, the first time he did it, he was in a strip club where they were away. They literally flew from a plane from one place to another.
But
and
he
there
was
was
told
no
not to display no gun anymore.
Well, no, that's not the NBA can't govern that because it's
Yes,
my
they
Second
can.
Amendment
Bigger
right.
misconduct.
No,
detrimental
it's
to
not.
NBA property they can.
The NBA is a private business. They
On
can. They have
NBA
their
property,
own
they
property.
can. They can't tell you can't own a gun and have a take
No,
a
you
picture with
can't
the
No,
gun.
they didn't say you
You
can
can't
own
be
it. They
doing
didn't
that
say you
shit.
can own it.
Well, where
So
you
you
got to
can't
show
do
me. You got to
something
show me
to
where
it.
that says
Every
anything about
every
that.
They said
athlete
it
has
fall
a morality clause in their contract.
right.
'Cause
And he
there's other
violated
players.
one.
There's other players that have pictures. I was watching this. There's other players that have pictures
Chris
with
Kaman being
firearms.
one, which is another discussion we do need to have. We're gonna talk about John Morant because
Let's do
Kaman
it.
did the same shit.
Exactly.
You
And there's
false-
other players. It's not just him. There's other players that take pictures with guns because it's not against the law. So here's my point. What grounds do they have to suspend this guy on? The first incident, he was in a strip club where they were flying into Denver to go play the Nuggets, where they flew from another city. There was no time for him to stop and go home and to pick up a gun, which means he had a gun playing, which is illegal. That's why he got suspended for that one. You cannot carry a firearm on a team plane or a team bus or whatever, any team related places. You can't have guns in your locker room at the team arena. You can't do that. So that's why he got suspended. He didn't get suspended for displaying a gun. He got suspended for bringing a gun on team property, which is against the NBA rules. That's why he got suspended. This time he had nothing. He was home. It's the off season for them. That's what I'm saying. What did he do before they go suspending him? Are they gonna? And I'm not saying he's not gonna get suspended. I'm just saying for what?
Well, Memphis has already suspended him, right?
Yes, he's been suspended.
They banned him from team activities.
Which they have the right to do.
There is no activities going on right now.
Yeah, right.
So what are you saying? You know,
lip service.
Right. It's basically lip service.
Exactly. I listened to somebody break this down because somebody did present your same argument, and what they basically said was the morality clause. And the NBA has, although the United States we have laws as American citizens, but the NBA and other private companies have their own bylaws you must abide by.
Yeah, if I was the players union, I'd fight that hard because I'm like, you can't just pick and choose. You
For
need
instance,
a fine law that says when there's something that somebody did wrong, and then you can you can't just make shit up on the fly. That's what you want to prevent.
All right, go ahead, Dixie. What you saying?
Well, I'll decide not to say that because it kind of it's the same thing because like I can carry a gun in the state of Missouri, but I cannot carry a gun for work.
All right, and I heard what Malcolm was saying about the I didn't know he was in so he's on a plane with it. I wonder why there's no federal.
Well, there was no other way that he
charges being filed.
Right, there was no other way they determined. That's why they did the investigation. There was no way that they could that he had to bring the gun to get that gun into that strip club. There was no other way.
Yeah, but they're probably going to phrase it as misconduct, or conduct detrimental to the league.
I hear you.
Right.
I hear you. That's one of those catch-alls and shit. But if I was a player, I'll be watching that real hard. I'll be like, yeah.
All right, let's go to Chris Kaman. What happened with him? He was.
Oh, he just basically did the same shit, but he has more artillery in his picture. And then the NBA didn't say a word about that.
There's plenty of guys that have guns because of their Second Amendment right. Yeah, you can't. What you gonna do?
Yeah,
it's legal. It's literally legal. I can take a picture right now and post it on my of a gun and post it on my social media. Nobody can do that.
I mean, I don't like the manner in which, but you got a point there. If I see people all the time that have, there is a right to bear arms. The guys in the off season. I mean, obviously, I don't like the fact that he was flossing and brandishing a firearm. But right now that he just suspended until a review. There's no charges or anything that were suspension right now.
I I
He
guess
didn't
for
break
me,
any
I'm
law.
more,
There's not gonna be.
I'm more mad at the friend than I am Ja.
I'm mad at him too. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you ain't looking at it all because we all got OGs who would check us when we need to be checked.
Right.
I know mine should check me all the time. Somewhere I shouldn't be like, man, you got no business around
right.
here.
And who actually believed Ja Morant anyway when he sat on TV telling that story and all that shit? And he was sorry and all that. Who believed that shit? I mean, did anybody really believe that?
I know he's playing the game, trying
Yeah,
to, trying to
exactly.
get
You
back.
know what I'm saying? So like,
and he kind of genuine. You just mad
He
he got
saw that
caught.
money.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a lot
he knew
of fucking
them
money.
sponsorships was in
now,
that.
see, they have the right to distance themselves from him. They have every right to distance themselves, the sponsors, but they don't have, you know what I mean? Because Nike doesn't want people selling shoes to kids of guys carrying guns and shit. Nike doesn't want that.
And the irony of it all is his shoes sold out yesterday or the day before.
Of course, because
that's crazy.
Publicity and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And the thing about this, I was having a conversation with somebody. Yeah, we're gonna say this and that about Ja Morant and AI and Mike Tyson, but America love these. They love to have an appetite for destruction. That's why Jeffrey Dahmer has a documentary on or a short mini series on Netflix. We claim to not like none of this shit. We love it. We love these train wrecks. We just claim
promotion. Is that what you're saying? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you said he's doing all of this for promotion. That's what it sounds like you said.
Possibly.
Show another gun, help sell some shoes. My shoes is coming. I got it.
Evander Holyfield was a model citizen. Mike Tyson was what he was. Guess who's more revered now? Ain't nobody checking for Evander Holyfield.
Right. Wow. People don't even know he's still alive.
Wow.
Tyson is revered. Hey man, Memphis will corrupt a corny nigga real fast.
You got Rick Ross living up in his house down there. God,
damn. See it. John Gruden just got a job with a NFC South team. He took a limited role with the New Orleans Saints.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's back in. So I kind of figured he would get back in somehow. How do you guys feel about John Gruden getting back into football?
I kind of like him better on TV, to be honest.
I liked him on TV.
He's a great coach, but I liked him on TV. He has some good insight.
Right. Like the QB camps. I like him and what's that? Trent Dilfer. I like him too. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's taking a role. John Gruden.
But before we move off of the last point, I want to make one last example. I want y'all to watch for. Anytime there's a dust up or a scuffle in the NBA, the commentators will criticize the guys, and then they'll turn around and show the highlights 50,000 times.
Right. They sure do. Hell do. And now
which one is it? Is it bad or is it good?
Oh, ESPN loves that kind of shit, man. ESPN is just that's not a go-to for me. I don't know if you guys watch ESPN.
What do you watch? Fox Sports?
Barely watch ESPN.
I barely watch now. If it's a big game on or a boxing match on, that's the only time I watch it. I haven't watched Sports Center in years.
Yeah, man. It's terrible. ESPN is fucking terrible now.
They were so the standard at one time. It was, they dropped the ball. They didn't reinvent shit. They didn't keep it fresh, because back when Stuart Scott was alive, Berman was doing the NFL countdown, those guys. But yeah,
I was done with them after how they handled Jameis Winston versus how they handled Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh man, I remember that. Yep.
I just keep the same energy, man. Keep the same energy.
Double standard like a motherfucker, and it's just so obvious, man. But I think a lot
and
of
the reason why, if y'all want to know, the reason why that stuff kind of hits home me, because that's how it was in my growing up in a small, predominantly white town in my hometown. Like we could do a fraction of what the other kids, you know what I mean, by other kids would do, and we get the book thrown at us, and they got a slap on the wrist every time.
Jameis got a slap on the wrist everywhere he went, bro.
No. I'm talking about the way ESPN covered it.
ESPN went hard on Jameis.
His situation
like apparently fucking grabbing
They had to be forced to talk about Ben Roethlisberger. They had to be forced to talk about it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hill was up there crying, talking about one of her experiences with Roethlisberger. And I asked her directly. Me and her got into it on Twitter. I said, "Why you gonna do all that?" I mean, when Jameis Winston was up, she was doing all that crying, trying to draw parallels to her own personal life. So why you didn't do that with Ben Roethlisberger? And she ain't had no answer.
Yo, did you ever read the Roethlisberger incident?
I probably did. Just can't remember.
It's fun. I blame the girl. The girl was told to me. I don't think it was a rape of any kind. This is me reading everything that happened. At some point, as a female, I'm sorry, you gotta take responsibility for your situation. You want to hang around a college party and drink and do dumb shit and voluntarily hang around men. At some point, you know what I mean? Like, yo, listen.
I ain't riding with that.
Yeah,
like you should be able to hang around. You want to hang around without being raped or disrespected. I won't. So that's. I mean, back in the caveman days, woman. Like, come on, man.
Well, I mean, what you expecting? If you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? That.
Yeah. Look, listen.
You can't be doing.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
You're 19 years old. You got no business drinking, first of all, and then to be just that drunk and she was bouncing from party to party, going from dude to dude, and then it's like with the punter. Y'all heard about the punter, right? The Arias or whatever. He got drafted by Buffalo, I think 2 years ago, and all that shit came out about. And this is funny how the media is, where they don't keep the same energy. Everybody reported on how bad a guy he was because that girl called out rape. Man, these people went and looked at the tapes, the videotapes. I'm not going to repeat.
Look what happened to Michael Irvin.
I'm not going to repeat this shit, but you can go find it for yourself. But, I mean, this girl, she was off the hook, yo. She was off the hook completely. And it shows you how, like, to the women who really actually get raped, I would be offended if I was a female and that something like that happened to me. And you got females like this out here claiming that they got raped and shit, yo. This shit.
Listen, I think there's on both sides. There's a lot of women that use that shit for whatever, for financial gain. I think
it is a lot, bro. It
right.
is a lot. It's estimated is 50% of rapes are bullshit, yo.
And
estimated? It's not
the
you
ones
can't.
that are real.
You can't. Yeah, exactly. But you got this dude. This dude was a draft pick that got cut before first preseason game on account of what you said.
Yeah,
He missed 2 years of his career. They said over almost $2 million. He lost out on because you said that you were raped. And when the prosecutor went, and I think the prosecutor's that word was, after reviewing the tapes, there was under no circumstance where this.
Let me tell you this. Let me say this. I'm gonna say two things. First of all, that dude. Listen, it's me. I'm taking me as an example, being how grown I am now and responsible. I can't say I was at that time, but knowing that I have a future with big financial gains and be able to take care of my family and generations to generations, possibly. I would be making sure I'm not in a situation to be accused of whatever said. People always put themselves in a position. Let me give you another story. Coworker of mine the other day, I seen him. He was at the Walmart and he was driving and someone tried to back up, that was parked. So he just put his hands up like this. Well, the dude and his old lady followed this dude all the way home. And when he parked his car, before he can open his door, the dude ran up on him. So the dude, my man, he handled the dude. And the woman tried to attack him too. He ended up handling her. He broke the guy's back. The EMT had to come and cart him away. He got arrested and put in jail for a day, almost 2 days. And he was defending himself. So he had to sit in jail, possibly. Now he got to go to court and take care of all this other stuff. Why? Well, what if he would have killed that dude? Okay? What if he would have killed him? But just for that, you got to go to jail and possibly, what if he was on his way to work? What if he, you lose a lot.
Well, here's the question about that I would ask. Was there at any point where you didn't have to break this guy's, like, physically assault this guy to the point where he had to go off to the EMT and shit? Whoa. Was there at any point during that circumstance? Right. And because there's always a fork in the road at every instance that happens in life. where you got a choice to make. You can make one or two choices and
Nah,
shit.
you come to my house, I'm dealing with
Yeah,
you.
you can't.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, but that's not.
I don't know if you
what
armed. I don't know if you. I'm surprised
Okay.
he didn't shoot him. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
He said if
okay.
he said if I could have got to my house, he said that dude wouldn't have been here anymore.
I understand you. I hear you. But at a certain point, you understand that that's how juries work, bro. They're gonna ask. That's how. So you can't go and do something and then turn back and be like, "Well, why did it happen? Why did I have to go to jail?" Well, hey, man, what the prosecution is gonna do? They're gonna go through every single circumstance of the incident and see if there was any point where this could have turned out different, bro. And understand if they find something at that point, you're gonna be held liable. So that's what I'm saying. It's up to you. When you have the power, bro, it's up to you to decide which way you're gonna.
This is what I'm thinking. My point is, like, I figure everyone says, oh, in Florida, there's this stand your ground. So I'm thinking, man, if I'm put in a position to where I got to defend myself, look at what could possibly happen to me. So what is this law, and this is not protecting me? Because look, I went to jail, and they said, well, this is this procedure. When your first court date, the judge is probably going to throw it right out. Probably.
And ultimately, yeah, that may happen. But you
look at the trouble
you may have to go through some uncomfortability. Hey,
that's
listen,
crazy.
man.
Because someone follow me home and try to attack me, and what if this guy's holding a gun? You trying to do me?
Did he call the police?
The neighbor called the police.
Did he call the police at any point when he was getting followed home?
No, but I guess
I understand the prosecution is going to ask questions like this, bro. And I'm not saying that he's not going to get off. All I'm saying is, if you don't want to be in an uncomfortable point in your life, you got to take responsibility and you got to make decisions.
I don't think he knew.
Bring you the outcome that you want.
He didn't.
If you don't follow me home,
this never
because
fucking
when I'm
happened.
on 10, I can't go back down to 5 that quick. Sometimes it's gonna take me some time. So I'm glad that neighbor called the police to calm me down. Until then, I'm on 10.
For him, for the guy that got his back broke, there's a whole different set of circumstances.
Well, he got arrested too. He's
that's what I'm saying.
To a bed.
But that's him, and we're not concerned about him. We're dealing with this. Say the situation happens to one of us, because that's what we're doing right now. We're putting ourselves in that situation. Fuck what happens to the other person. Fuck them, because this ain't about them. It's about you. What's the decision that you can make? And this is important for all of us. What's the decision that you're going to make in your life that's going to get you the outcome that you want? You can't complain after you make a decision and you do something that you didn't get the outcome that you wanted to get. You can't complain afterwards. It's too late at that point.
Man,
you have to make the decision in the right time to get the outcome that you want.
I will tell you something. I will tell you something. I mean, I mean,
Ortiz good. I want Ortiz.
They're talking of each other one at a time.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I mean this, and I ain't playing. I don't did the responsible thing several times in the last 4 years, and this shit still eats at me to this day. So the next time, I'm doing the nigga shit. I'm telling you. So y'all just go on pen pal. Y'all gonna write me a few letters. Leave I ain't gotta think about it.
As long as you're willing to accept what comes with that,
I'm willing
I got
to
nothing to say. I got nothing to say about it. It's when you complain afterwards is when I got something to say.
30 times with these people, and they ain't gonna believe shit till I show them.
I hear you.
What is
you in Missouri, motherfucker.
It's two quotes. I like to quote Dr. Dre. It's either my life or your life, and I ain't leaving. I like breathing. And I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. Because my daughter can visit me in jail. I don't want them to visit me at a tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
So if a situation like that ever occurred, which it has never occurred to me in my life, and I pray that it doesn't, I don't want to have to make that decision. But if I do have to make that decision, I got a lot more to live for. And I got a pretty good lawyer that can make sure I can get out while my kids are still alive. So,
well, just by you going through that, you're gonna have to, like, he's not done. He's gonna have to miss work to go to court. My thing is this.
Like the thing is, it's an inconvenience, man. It's an inconvenience to everything. Like, here's the thing that we have to understand, right? Like, no matter like in this outcome or this situation, bad things happen to good people. Right. It's about how it's your perspective on how it is you deal with it, because it's not gonna happen. Like, you could be Saint Cecilia for all knows what, and something bad could happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is, you can't control the world from happening to you. You can only control how you react to how the world happens to you. So bad shit happens all the time. Man. It happens to good people. You like even I always laugh when people be like, "Well, I'm a good person. Why does this bad thing?" Like God never promised us bad shit won't happen to us. Like if that's the case, man, go look at Job. Job wasn't doing no shit. He wasn't fucking with nobody. And God was like, "Man, you know what, devil? Go ahead, fuck with that dude. Just can't kill him." Like bad stuff happen to good people all the time, bro. So people just need to recognize like it's how you look at the situation, and then you have to think about it like how's it gonna make me stronger? Like I think that's the thing that we all forget, right? How is this gonna build me? Because it's happening to me for a reason. There's a reason this is happening to me.
Right. Remember.
So
listen, I live in Florida, which is a gun-toting state. And I'm sitting there in my car.
It's about to be an anti-immigrant state in a minute. Let DeSantis have it.
Oh yeah, DeSantis is on one, man. He's something else. He making his mark now. He making his legacy. But yeah, I hope
anti-gay, anti-immigrants, anti a lot of shit.
Like, bro, he changed the law to where it allowed him to stay governor while he runs for president. You're supposed to give up your seat when you go run for president. Who changed that law? Like how trifling is that? Yeah, bro. In y'all bylaws before he changed it, if you were to run for president, you had to give up your governor seat.
Shit don't surprise me at all.
Yeah, bro. Florida file. Come up here to North Carolina, wide body. We hang out.
I'm gonna just say America's foul, period.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fouler areas more than the others, but all this shit foul.
You say, yeah, the government intends to pass a Senate bill to combat the dangerous effects of illegal immigration caused by the federal government's reckless border policies. This legislation makes using E-Verify mandatory for any employer with 25 more employees, imposes enforceable penalties for those employing illegal aliens, and enhancing penalties for human smuggling. I kind of feel like this illegal, this whole framework of this country is based on illegal immigrants. We all illegal immigrants here. I mean, some of us, but this is the fabric of this country. Is illegal of immigrants. I ain't saying illegal immigrants. I'm kind of both sided when it comes to immigration. While some countries do let their criminals and shit come over here, there's people that want to come to this land of supposed opportunity to have a new life and have a family and take care of their family. I don't knock people for that. As long as you come over here and you get in the rat race and you pay taxes like the rest of us, I ain't got no problem with that. I do have certain problems with, like I say, man, this guy in Mexico has got bodies on him. They let him out of jail and he's free to go try to get into the country and it's done with it, and we don't have any paperwork or any kind of background on this guy. And they do that over in Italy too, man. They bring these zips over that have no records or no kind of paperwork in the country, and they come over and wreak havoc. So
I mean, but how's that any different than motherfuckers who are citizens who wreak havoc?
That's what I'm saying. If I get shot, you think I give a fuck with this?
It's guys out here just taking pictures of kids on the playground, and and he American citizen just because he was born here. Like I feel you, wide body, to a degree. But at that point, it's just like, bro, it's criminals of all shades, of all citizenships, of all everything.
It's just something for people to talk about. I think, man, it's really no difference.
I just hope people ready for that produce tax they about to put on shit.
That's what I'm saying. How much do you want to pay for a lettuce?
Like how much you want for them oranges and them avocados?
How much you want to pay for an orange? That's what it really boils down to. How much you want to pay for the bananas?
Damn. They're about to jack up produce. Now they gas. Jacking up gas, not produce. Shit. How y'all gas where y'all live at? Y'all got y'all gas still high? Where y'all at?
It's like 3 and some change.
Yeah, which is fizzle. 350, yeah. We're like ours stay between like 320 to 360. 60 is right now, I think it's like 329. But I remember that. We remember what was our gas around 4 years ago, like 250, 260. And now it went up to like almost $4, and it came down and it settled. I said, look, they're gonna go up. They ain't gonna never go back down to 250 ever. You guys remember how much gas cost when you started driving?
Shit, about
99 cents.
89 cents.
99 cents.
Yep. 89 cents, man. I remember. You put $3 in your car and go out of state if you need to.
Bro, put a 10 spot in there. You riding for the whole week.
Straight up. Yeah, man. But yeah, so let me ask y'all a few questions since I got everyone on there. Let's see here. You guys believe that our cultural environments shape us?
Yeah, we kind of just described that with John Morant.
Right. Yeah, true.
I
let's
heard
see.
about them orcas that's sinking boats and shit.
Smart. They're smart mammals, those orcas. What are they doing? What kind of ships?
They harassing yachts, man. Rich people yachts. That's why I'm rooting for the orcas.
Oh man, that's karma, baby.
I love orcas, man. Smart creatures.
That's the survival of the fittest, baby.
Hey, they
You know what I'm saying?
sank like 20 yachts, man, and then it's like 200 incidents so far. They're literally eating like taking bites out of propellers and the boat itself, and like the whole steering system and all that shit. I don't know how they learned this shit, but yeah, they're just
smart.
Literally attacking this shit. Well, and it's not really smart. In the end, they're gonna start killing. They fuck around and harm a human. They're gonna attack the orcas and shit. You know,
only time an orca has ever harmed a human is when it was in captivity. Yeah, but orca, you could swim right next to an orca. Orca understands that. I wouldn't either. But if you ever found yourself in
just like a bus, bro.
Right. They smart, man. I've studied orcas for like 2 years, man. I watched a lot of orca documentaries, man. How they hunt and shit like that, and they train their young, and they, how they breach the shore and grab, these leopard seals and shit like that, or how they'll like make a wave to go in these ice pack when these seals are down in up in the Arctic or down in Antarctica. They're smart, man, and how they'll wait for you to, they'll go ahead and these transit orcas.
They follow like the fishing boats too. The fishing boats that do the lines and shit when they'll bring the tunas up.
Oh yeah, the line.
Eat off the lines. Yeah, they follow them motherfuckers.
Yep, them those transit orcas which eat fish. Thank God. They'll trick they'll stun the schools of fish with their like flipper, and they'll start running everywhere and they'll catch them and eat them. They've taken down whales and they're smart. They'll take down great white sharks just by turning them over to the
tiger sharks and shit. Yeah.
Yep. So real smart. So maybe they're getting tired of these boats. I don't know. Hope they don't start killing them.
So sound like a Hollywood movie script to be.
Right. Free Willy.
Well, apparently they're mad at the
shit
boat
getting real.
because I haven't heard of any incidents where like the boat sank and the people had to go in the lifeboats, and they fuck with the lifeboats. So it seems that they're angry at the boat for whatever reason. They haven't fucked with the people that are in the water.
One of the propellers probably killed another orca, and they taking their shit out on fucking boats.
That's what they're thinking, yo.
I mean, shit.
And they know that we're
on that same shit too.
They know, they notice these people and shit. They don't, for whatever reason, they haven't taken it out on an actual human yet, but they know we're on the fucking boats, and they're taking their anger out on them fucking boats, bro.
I got a question for the group. What is your perception now of hip hop culture by our which would be the older generations? What is your perception of the hip hop culture?
I don't know what you mean by that.
You mean in general or mainstream hip hop culture?
Mainstream hip hop in general.
Mainstream hip hop culture is some clown shit right now, in my opinion.
I'm with you on that.
But I don't want to say that represents the entire culture because it doesn't.
I think mainstream, they're headed towards female domination.
They're headed towards something, for sure.
I always say in 10 years, there's going to be only female rappers.
Huh?
My hip hop is underground. Sorry.
Right.
Mine too.
I only listen to that stuff, man. I listen to only y'all stuff and like underground or old music. That's all I listen to.
I don't know a rapper that these new niggas. If you was here after like 2009, I probably don't know who the fuck you are, man. So,
I might, with the exception of a few, like every now and then I play a little baby record.
Pooh Shiesty.
I like Pooh Shiesty. Moneybag Yo.
Lil Durk. Niggas, I don't know.
That's about where it stops, though. I don't go no further.
I don't know who these niggas is, man.
Oh, shit.
I couldn't tell you one Lil Durk song.
I stopped at like Future and shit, you know what I'm saying? For like Future and
they say Future's washed up. They
Well,
said Future
I mean,
played
yeah,
out.
I mean, yeah. Young niggas don't listen to Future no more.
You guys feel jealousy and love, is it justified?
What'd you say?
Jealousy and love, is it justified?
Like murdering?
Jealousy and love.
No, he's talking about people in love being jealous, right?
Is it justified?
Jealous of what? Give me some give
Yeah,
me
I need more
context.
context.
All
I
right,
think
I'm
he's
gonna
just
skip.
throwing
I'm gonna
random
skip this
shit
because
out
I don't
there.
have any more context.
Yeah, because I'm just like, if I'm in
Yes.
love with somebody, why would I be jealous of them?
It's too surface.
Shit, I've seen.
It's out there. It's
What's up,
out
Mo?
there.
What's going on, Mo?
Hey, how are
How you doing?
you?
I'm great.
actually not feeling good.
Oh, let me cheer you up.
Aw.
Let's sing a song.
What's up, Mo?
Hey, how y'all
Hope you
doing?
feel better.
Singing a
Yeah.
song ain't gonna make my allergies feel better.
Oh shit, you got allergy. I can't help you there.
Yeah,
I
it
took my
started.
Kristen this morning.
Yeah, I took it too. It still ain't working.
Hey, sister, why you not at my door?
I just text you. I ain't gonna show.
Oh my God.
Party pooping.
You know
Y'all
what?
party pooping.
You know what?
I love you though. I was
No,
really trying.
no.
Look, you see, I actually did my hair.
I mean, who would want to go hang out with a Dallas Cowboys fan? I mean,
We're
that would just
both
be
Dallas
atrocious.
Cowboys fans, sir.
Oh, well then never mind.
We're
Y'all can
both.
just
Oh
oh
no.
God.
Oh,
Hey,
there.
know what you get, Phil? You know the women stay on code.
Hey, sis,
I mean, but are they
you
really
still have
Cowboy
time to
fans
get
though? Or
here.
Yes, they are, dog.
You
They
have
they just
are.
time
fake
to
ass
get
fans
here.
and shit.
They
you know?
are. Don't
You
do
could
that,
be
man.
here in
They are.
13 minutes. Come on, sister.
Come on now. Let's go where you're
That's
going.
true.
Pop
That's
your
13
Zyrtec
minutes. I'm
on
more
there.
like 27.
No,
Pop your
13.
Zyrtec,
You
Mo.
could get here.
Zyrtec. Yes, that's a good one.
Pop your Zyrtec.
Yeah, I'm just it done turned into something else now. So I don't know.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
All
I
right, man.
need
Y'all
something
bringing the
with
podcast
vegan.
down, man. We had good energy till y'all started talking, man. Enough of that. Move on.
Malcolm's views do not represent the entire panel.
Hold on,
Yes,
let me do that.
sir.
Malcolm's views do not reflect the entire
Sis, hang
panel
up and
talk
call
that
me.
stuff.
Let me chat with you for a minute. Hang up and call me.
God damn, Malcolm. I mean, lost a goddamn panel members, man.
Well, they got shit to talk about, obviously, man. You going
Damn, man. You
hold
running
them
my people
hostage?
over.
Let them do their thing. Man.
And let's do some trivia, y'all. Hold on. Let's do some trivia, man. I miss some trivia. Hold on, let's do some goddamn trivia. Do some trivia. See where we're at here. Been a while since we've done some trivia. All right, here got an easy one. Let's start here. What is it that prevents the Earth's atmosphere from drifting away?
The Earth's atmosphere?
Yeah, what is
Stratosphere?
it that
I don't know.
What is it that prevents the Earth's
Ozone
atmosphere
layer.
from drifting away? What
Gravity, nigga.
Gravity is correct.
Gravity. Ah.
All right, next one. Here's for you movie buffs here. Which character got help doing his taxes from Andy in the movie The Shawshank Redemption?
The warden.
I've never seen that shit before.
That's a
Right,
good
this
movie.
doesn't
You know,
prepare
watch
you.
it.
Yeah, you gotta watch
It's
that.
long, but it's good.
Yeah, hey, bro, that's a great movie. It was the warden.
It was the CO, the CO.
Oh, that's
supervisor.
right. Yeah, he cooked the warden's books. That's what it was.
All right. Yeah, Byron Hadley. Okay, what is the largest 3-digit prime number? The largest.
That's that's when you can only be divided by yourself, right? That's
You the math nigga, you should get this one.
Man,
I don't
look.
remember none of that stuff.
Was it like 27? No, 9.
Yep. It's 3-digit. What is the largest 3-digit prime number? Prime numbers are
545.
the answer is
no.
997. Prime numbers are numbers greater than 1, whose only 2 whole numbers factor are 1 in itself.
Oh, okay.
Parked in front of my house.
All right. Which woman? No, let's don't do that one. Let's don't do that one. The chips, quote, that are commonly served with fish are made out of which vegetable?
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
All right. Is corn a vegetable?
No,
Correct.
it's the starch.
Right. The 2004 infamous Malice at the Palace incident took place in the arena of which NBA team?
Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
Thought it was the Lakers. Damn.
That was the Pistons and the Pacers.
He was bullshitting.
Oh.
He was so bullshitting.
Ben Wallace.
Microwave was on the team.
Nah, that was when
that's a bad boy.
Ron Artest and Steven Jackson ran into the stadium, the stands, and started fighting fans.
Oh, Ron Artest. I remember. Yeah, I remember
It started
that.
with
Meta
Ben
World,
Wallace.
Meta World Peace is what he goes by now.
That wouldn't happen if Isaiah was the coach. Oh, let me see.
Stupid, bro.
They tore that shit up. Who is the most important? Who is the most important figure in Passover?
Jesus.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Close.
I mean,
he had a brother named
Passover is Jewish, right?
Yes.
I believe so, but yeah, I don't know about Passover.
No, Passover. I don't know. It's Moses though.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's a Jewish holiday though.
All right, let me get something else here. Let me get some more funner. I'm making you guys crack the history books open. Let's go here. Let's try that one. Boom. Here we go here.
You gotta type in the word urban before you do trivia.
I did.
You search some shit.
What the fuck, man? There we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go.
I need to charge up my phone. I'll be back.
Okay. What is a group of turkeys called?
A gaggle.
Where's my answers at?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
That's
also correct.
It's called a rafter.
A rafter, nigga. That's okay.
What is the fastest snake in the world?
Snake?
Yeah, what's the fastest snake in the world?
The black snake.
Black mamba.
Oh,
I was close.
Which car sold more than 1 million units in 1965 and still holds the records today? Is it the Ford Thunderbird, the Chevrolet Impala, the Pontiac Grand Prix, or the Buick Riviera?
What's
Thunderbird?
I'm gonna say
Thunderbird. Thunderbird.
No, Thunderbird. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Impala.
Impala is correct.
Yeah.
65 Impala did that much? God damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now look at my old grandparents' pictures. That's all I saw was Impalas.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, they was everywhere, but I would have thought it would have been Mustang, but shit.
Niggas couldn't
That shit
afford
like,
Mustangs
wow.
back then.
Huh?
They couldn't afford Mustangs back then. That was like a luxury car back then.
Them Cobras and them Salines.
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about a regular ass Mustang. Not no Cobra and none of that. You said 65, right?
Yeah, 65.
Yeah, no, it's just a regular standard ass convertible Mustang.
Okay, fucking Mickey Mouse. Jesus Christ. All right, do some Star Wars trivia. You guys hip to Star Wars?
Of course.
You know, niggas hip to Star Wars, man.
Let's go.
Stop
Let's
it.
go Star Wars. Let's start easy. What was the name of Han Solo's ship?
The Millennium Falcon.
Okay. In what month were all 6 original Star Wars films released? Was it March, April, May, or June?
June.
I was May.
I'm gonna just say May. I'm gonna just say May.
May is correct.
Yeah, I'm just saying May.
Which Star Wars character is partially named after director George Lucas's son? Is it Max Rebo, Rick Ollie, Dexter Jester, or Wildrow Hood?
That sounds like a rap name.
What's up,
Yeah,
Ross?
they do.
Dexter Jester. Jetster.
I don't know who the fuck
What
that
up,
is.
though, Wallace?
What's
Where Wallace come from?
Going
What
on?
up?
What's up,
What up?
Freddie D?
Where the fuck is Wallace? String.
Wallace?
Where's Wallace?
Any guys Game of Thrones buffs?
Wallace was
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
All right, who's responsible for the creation of the Night King?
The creation of the Night
Children
King.
of the Forest.
Children of the Forest, correct, RTO. What are the 3 names of Daenerys dragons?
Daenerys.
Daenerys dragons, thank you.
I'm not gonna get all that. I can't remember all of them. They're all named after like
What was it? What was it? Dracaris? Oh no. Or is it
Drogon, and I can't remember the other two.
Vision or Drogon, Viceron, and the right
Viserion?
Yeah.
Viserion was one of them. Vision.
Rogrel.
We need Pop here for this.
Big word skipper. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you gonna butcher them names, bro.
Okay, hold on. Let's go here to music trivia.
Yeah.
What MTV music show premiered in 1998? Was it Total Request Live, Unplugged, MTV News, or MTV Rocks Off?
Total Request
Live,
TRL.
TRL.
What was the name?
The days of where music videos actually were played on MTV.
Shout out to TRL, man. That was a staple. What was the name of the Spice Girls debut album in 1996?
Spice World?
Do you want to be my lover?
Spice World. How many
it ain't
black
called Spice World? That was a good guess.
Spice. It was Spice. Called Spice.
It's just Spice. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I thought it was. Was that the second album?
Maybe so, because 96. Yeah, right.
You said album. I'm giving a song. Never mind.
It was cookie cutter enough for a guess.
Shout out to Scary Spices. How many black keys are found on a traditional piano?
20.
Keep on.
22.
Keep on.
48.
Keep on.
Well, I mean, the traditional piano is 88 keys, and I think it's what? What's that?
44.
7 times 12. 7 times. What's that? 40. No,
Would it be
7
You
times?
sound like Foxy Brown on affirmative action.
Yeah. He got at the
36
16,
grand.
at the 32, they make it bring it
Close.
24.
What was it?
30.
No. Close.
28.
Higher.
No, was it 30? Well, they
33.
42.
Close, but too
36.
high.
40.
God damn it! Say the answer.
38.
32 is correct. 32.
That sounds right.
What was the question?
How many
black keys on the traditional piano?
12 octaves for each of
Black
them.
keys?
What NBA team has the longest winning streak in NBA history?
Winning streak. What do you mean? Championship winning streak or what?
Longest winning streak.
The Houston Rockets.
Game.
The
The
Lakers.
It's the
Lakers
Heat.
are correct.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Lakers.
Go with the number.
They didn't give me the number.
33.
It's
32.
16 or 17, something like that. I think
Miami
they
won
got-
27 a couple years ago when LeBron was out.
Talking about, I'm thinking they're talking about championships.
Yeah, I guess regular season. Which team won the first NBA game? Is it the Celtics, the Warriors, the 76ers, or the Knicks?
The Celtics.
Uh-uh.
The first NBA, then the Knicks.
Knicks are correct.
What was the first
Yeah.
NBA game?
The Knickerbockers.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
What NBA player has won the most league MVPs? LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kareem, or
Kareem.
Curry?
Kareem.
Kareem. Does anybody remember how many points did LeBron James score in his very first NBA game?
It was like 20 or 32 or something like that.
25, close.
25.
It was pretty close to his career averages. That's what makes it so crazy. It's his first NBA game. He had like 25, 5 and 8 or something like that. Like
Right,
5
yeah,
assists, 8 rebounds, something crazy. Yo.
That's good. There's no
Word up.
limitation. So like
The first fucking game. Yo. That's how I knew that the nigga was gonna be the truth. I was like, all the hype is real about this.
Yeah, I said he probably the only athlete that lived up to the hype.
The first game, yo, was like, yeah, all this hype
20 years
about hype.
later.
Yeah.
Because he was set up for failure, man. He wasn't just supposed to be
It was way too much hype about this kid, man. I'm like, yo, high school and NBA totally different, man. Boy came in 6'8" point guard.
Did y'all talk about Scottie Pippen talking crazy about Jordan?
Nah, let's talk about that. What's going on? I forgot about that. What's Scotty talking about? What's he
Scottie
doing
Pippen
now?
was on the interview last week talking crazy about Jordan. He said Jordan is a horrible player in comparison to LeBron.
Oh, now he's saying
He said everybody forgets Jordan was horrible before he got there. And you know Scotty is mad at Jordan.
He
man.
mad at
Sons anyway, you know what I'm
He's
saying?
mad at Jordan
I'm giving him back
so many
shots.
levels.
That's fucked up, though, man.
His wife.
His ex and shit. Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta look at
Well,
her.
it ain't just that. It's that, and then what Jordan said about him in the documentary.
Yeah.
That's what kicked it off.
Well, Jordan always shitting on Scotty, man. He always kind of shitting on
And I
him.
didn't really take it like he was shitting on Scotty. He just, to me, had a
Even back in the
perspective
day,
of-
he did though. Even
Yeah,
back in the
yeah.
day, he like son Scott like
But I
Scotty
didn't think he
like
should have got so upset about that. He just should have corrected Jordan.
Right. They should have an open line of communication. You guys
Right.
think that Jordan needed Scotty to be who he was?
Man, you know all them niggas is mad at me. Horace Grant was pissed off. Remember he said what did he say? He said secondhand because they didn't show it, but Jordan said he told Horace he couldn't eat unless he grabbed like a certain number of rebounds or whatever.
Damn.
And Horace Grant came out, was like, man, that motherfucker ain't never tell me that. He was pissing a lot of people off in that shit, man. He was pissing off a lot of people with that I mean, it was his point of view.
Yeah, I would have to say, wide body. It wasn't until as unpopular as this sounds, but it's the truth. It wasn't until Scottie Pippen became an all-star, start playing like an all-star, that the Bulls went on a run. Before that, they were getting bounced by the Pistons and Celtics every year.
True indeed.
Well, the Celtics were a great team.
Yeah, I'm just saying they couldn't get
Celtics
over the
and
hump.
Lakers. Yeah, they were dominant.
They needed.
So, I
and
mean,
I'm not saying that Pippen ain't nowhere near as better than Jordan, but I'm just saying they needed that other guy to take some of the attention away, on defense and stuff.
Need a
And then
Robin.
Pippen also most of the time guarded the other team's best player, and that freed Jordan up from having to do that all the time.
True. I think it was.
I think
him
what
and-
they needed was they needed Bird to get old and Magic to get AIDS. That's what I think they needed. And Scotty.
Wait,
and,
what did I do? What did I miss?
And
He was saying Detroit ain't shit.
Isaiah to get his get his Achilles, to pop his Achilles and shit. That's what I think really helped the Bulls.
The Pistons are overrated. That's what we was talking about, Phil.
Hell no.
Man,
Ain't nobody said
man,
that.
look.
Nobody said
Hey,
that.
look.
I wouldn't
look.
allow that, bro. No, you ain't gotta
hey.
argue that. Nobody said that.
Hey, he just mad because two light-skinned dudes brought them back to glory, bro, and he can't take it.
See, I wasn't even taking it to colorism, nigga. I don't give a
Hey,
shit.
look.
Dark skinned nigga was the heartbeat of the team, so there you go.
Wait, of what team?
Talking about the Warriors, right?
Yeah,
the capital of the NBA right there, man. But that
Man,
they two sons of NBA
look,
players, man. They
First
just,
of all, hey, the
So,
Golden
you got
State
white lady
Warriors
moms
come
and
and go as Steph Curry comes and goes. Let's get it. Let's not twist it. Come on. Now.
I said the heartbeat of the team, nigga, not the star of the team.
No, he is the heartbeat of the team, bro.
No, Draymond is the heartbeat of the team. That's always been that.
No, he is the defensive stalwart of the team.
he's the right hook of the team. It's just
He's the glue.
I felt-
He's the glue of the team, though, in my opinion.
he's the right arm of the team.
But could they win without him? Yeah, they got.
Yeah, you
somebody
can win without him.
Yeah,
Niggas could play hello shitty and then
Hey,
Draymond
so
get on
then
his
so
shit
so
that
so here's the
spark
question.
everything.
Here's the question. Can you live without a heartbeat?
Do you want me to get technical with that?
Man,
When
look,
the nigga
that's
who
the last
have
gotta ask.
live
That's the
without a
last
heartbeat.
gotta
Oh, shit.
next
But you get my metaphor.
Damn.
God damn.
Like, well, actually,
Yeah. You talking from experience, man.
Right.
That was unexpected right there. He got-
I ain't see that one coming.
Yeah, I definitely.
I felt that Jordan and Pippen were needed, but everyone else wasn't. I felt they needed a certain type of player.
No,
to fill in
Horace
that
Grant,
role.
Horace Grant, and Dennis Rodman for those runs were needed. Those are
I
that was
mean,
the
certain
third
types
piece.
of players, not certain players. Like they just need, hey, I need a little guy that can shoot here and win, like a Paxton or Kerr or Hodges or.
But those were draft picks by the Bulls. Like you don't penalize. That's like the same thing with Golden State. It's like you can't penalize Golden State for drafting well.
Hey, that's what the drafts are for.
Yeah, they drafted well and everybody hit. And then they had a mega star who was you know what I mean? Like the supreme leader.
but did nobody know that nigga was gonna be that shit though?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they did.
I'm
Who?
telling you,
The dude at
when
Nike
we
did. Hey,
what-
did you watch that movie? The dude at Nike knew he was going to be a superstar.
There.
Nike knew Steph was going. I'm talking about Steph.
You talking about Steph. He's talking about Steph.
I thought
RTO. I watched.
Obviously,
Steph
nobody
today.
knew
I
because
knew
he got
he was
picked
gonna
seventh.
be good, but I ain't know he.
Yeah, that's my point. Like I knew he would be cool, but
No
I
one
didn't
saw
know
that
he would-
coming.
when that nigga came in the league, I was mad because I'm still fucking with Monte Ellis.
Hey, I didn't
Monte
know who-
Ellis.
I
There's
didn't
only
know
one
he was
person
gonna
who said I believe when they said they saw it. and that was Amin El Hassan, and he worked for the Suns at the time, and supposedly there was a trade that was going to happen between the Suns and the Warriors for that 7th pick. And then the Warriors reneged because they wanted Steph Curry. But the way Amin El Hassan tells the story is they were all in on Steph Curry, bro. They was 100% in.
Good.
Shout out to who drafted him.
But I didn't know he's gonna have the rest of the league shooting from the timeline.
Right, not at all.
Changed the culture. Like,
but he's also a decent point guard. And Amin tells the story. He said they used to, when they were scouting him, they used to they call him Stephasis, right? Because everybody knows he played for Davidson, right?
Yeah,
He took Davidson to the Sweet 16 or whatever the one year, but it was all him. And Amin was saying
they ain't
how
had nobody else on that team.
Amin was saying how he would count as a scout, and he would count assists. He called them Steph assists, to where assists where he had a good pass to a person and should have made the shot and didn't because their team was so sorry. They called him Steph, so they counted those as assists because a lot of people were saying
I see what you mean.
They were doubting whether or not he could be an actual point guard, and Amin was like, we had no doubts that he could be a point guard in the NBA. We had no doubts. It was like. It was just because of the team he was on. These were people counting the assists, looking at his stats, and not watching.
And you got to think about it. He literally was a Mario Chalmers jumper away from taking Davidson to the Final Four, bro.
Right.
Davidson, like he would have took Davidson to the Final Four as a 10 seed.
I can't name anybody else that Davidson team, bro.
I'm gonna tell you who else I saw in college, and I said this dude is gonna be a beast of the league. He played for a smaller school, nobody really knows about. Kawhi Leonard at San Diego State. I watched them.
I wasn't even watching them like that, so I missed out on seeing Kawhi.
You play for the Aztecs?
Steve Fisher.
Kawhi went for
San Diego. Whoever drafts this kid is gonna have them an all-star.
Yeah. You remember the trade on the draft day?
That was Indiana. Indiana drafted him.
Yeah. Spurs traded George Hill. And
George Hill.
And another pick for Kawhi Leonard at 15. Yeah,
was he known as was he drafted for his defense or his offense?
He was defensive player. He had
defense,
no
but
he was the WAC player of the year though. He was he wasn't like he dropped like 18 or 19 a game, so he wasn't a chump.
Yeah, offense, but he had no jumper. He had no jumper and shit. I mean, not to the level that he has now. He worked. Yeah,
but watching him though, you know how guys just jump off the screen? That's what he was doing when I was watching him. And I was like, I don't know much about this kid, but he is like taking over the game. Like you don't see that often.
Yeah,
like he just took over those games. I was like, he's gonna be a good player if anybody knows about him.
Yeah,
but shit, they did.
Well, they missed that one.
Good with that Spurs team. It fit perfectly.
They missed that one, bro, because he was a great pick. He was an amazing pick.
Now, I don't know what the hell's going on with him, man. Now I
don't know, man.
I'm mad at him, but who am I to be mad? Like I just feel like every time it's time for him to show up, like here you go, man. With the teams here, we need this game.
Oh shit, my knee.
All I hear is
my knee.
My neck and my back.
Play the other one. Hey, play the other one when they say he had no back.
Just imagine him and Anthony Davis on the same team.
Oh my God!
You mean the fact they be on the bench together?
Paraplegic league.
Be in the ice bucket. Ice tub,
hey, how long you gonna be in the ice bucket for, man?
It's my turn. It's my day to be hurt.
Hey, every time AD jump,
he be like,
Hey, every time AD jump, boy, I cringe, and I ain't even paying him the money. So imagine the motherfucker that is paying him the money. I mean, jump up, come down. I think Kawhi should just turn it in because he's never gonna be healthy ever again, and that's probably the last time he's gonna see some money like that. I don't know how his contract is structured, but I'm not gonna be investing in him.
I mean, is he still driving the Suburban? So he probably don't need no money if he's still driving the Suburban.
Yeah, he probably.
I don't think that boy spent a dime of that money, but he just signed an extension. He'll be
Wallace or Fields. You guys are late. What do you guys think? You think Boston's gonna get it done?
I think Boston gonna win, man.
Look,
sorry.
After that, I watched that game at the bar while I was and I was just like, when they made that shot, you just saw the air. It just like you ever like just deflated
He said he saw the
like,
air.
bro, you saw the air just leave like they whole bodies, bro. It was just like nothing. They have nothing. Like
Yeah,
they're
have
going
no
back to
Say that
Boston,
the
bro.
heat dissipated.
Yeah,
Dog,
he
like
basically-
they have nothing. If Jimmy Butler summons like the sun god or something, bro, that's what he gonna need to do because they not going. I don't think, like, I don't know, man. I don't think they
This
had
nigga
they would
wild
have it in them. Last night was, especially after they came back, they was down like 10, right? 10 or 13.
Yeah, it was
They
down
came
10.
back, they get the lead. Jimmy do his job. And then that to happen, nah, it's about to be history made. Like literally, Jimmy about to be a meme for about a good couple years.
He hit a 3 and then got fouled and hit 3 free throws, bro. That dude was clutch. I mean, he had a terrible game. He was clutch.
He did what he do though. That's Jimmy.
He did some Jimmy
Yeah,
shit.
he did. He did his job.
When he hit that 3, I was like, "Oh my fucking god, yo!" Y'all heard me when we was watching the game last night.
All right.
Oh, is that supposed to be a bartender joke?
No. No, cheers, Boston. Get it?
Yeah, he hit that 3
Oh,
and then he hit them 3 free throws. He hit all the free throws, which I was thinking.
Hey, the refs helped that man. They was calling some bullshit fouls last night, dude.
No, that was a straight foul though.
That all ball foul that he got, was it Tatum got? Had all ball on that. They call that crap, man. I mean, I like the review though, because the review kind of, I don't know the stipulations and what you got to do to get a review. I don't know how that works, man, but maybe they should start
under 2 minutes they review everything, if I'm not mistaken.
They need to
It was
start
some
keying
terrible. It was some terrible calls.
It was, man. And Boston wasn't helping out, giving the game away. Up by 10 with like 2 minutes ago. You know?
But see, that's the thing. Like Boston falls asleep at the wrong times, bro.
Right.
Like you up 13,
Playing
bro.
not to lose.
You keep your foot on the neck at that point.
Yeah, bro.
It
You
was
like
like 5
to be
minutes
honest,
left, and y'all
you
was
had
like
this
up
game,
10.
Yeah, you
Y'all
had
had
this game one with 5 minutes left, and then
Right.
you just decided to just like go cold.
Playing not to lose and shit. Like, man, y'all better. They just lost their killer instinct all of a sudden. I'm watching Tatum dribble at the top of the key. I'm like, man, if y'all don't keep on attacking.
But I will tell you, this though. Boston wins. I don't think either of these teams beating Denver, dog.
Hell no.
I don't think. The way Jamal Murray playing, the way Jokic played.
Miami getting swept if they playing.
Yeah, it's. I have fucking Denver in 6 with Boston. I have it a sweep if it's Miami.
Can I say something? Can I say something real
Go ahead, Wallace. You got the floor, man. What you got?
I mean, if you look at it on paper, yes, Tatum is up there. Tatum has come in a second place a couple times for MVP and this, that, and the third. But in terms of the eye test, I just don't see it, dog.
I'm just talking about that, man.
What?
Like
With Tatum?
I don't think he's got that.
He scored 51 points in a game 7.
That's what I'm saying. The numbers test,
Not
yes.
consistent
The
enough.
numbers, yes. But
who his second year in the NBA went toe to toe with LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals,
That's
and
just-
has practically lived in the Eastern Conference Finals since then. That's what you talking about?
I don't think he's by himself.
Yeah, but he's the number one go-to on that team, bro.
I think he's a really good player, but I don't think.
He's
I
a
don't
top
think he's
10 player in
dominant.
the NBA, bro.
Yeah, I know.
give it-
But
not
I'm
even a
saying,
question.
I'm saying, I don't know. I just don't.
What do you
I know what
you're
he
expecting
is.
from him?
I know
Talking
what
about
he is.
perception right now.
It sounds like some
I don't give a
Detroit
fuck
thing.
about
I know what
perception.
he
What
is.
is it that you're looking for from him?
I need him to finish out at Miami and go and show his ass over up against Denver. Then I will give him his flowers.
Yep, me too.
I remember when he was in high school here, man. The dude, I mean, shit, he was talk of the town, the city. Bradley Beal too.
Yeah, because he from St. Louis area.
Well, Bill hasn't done shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a good player, but he ain't done
He
shit.
don't start falling. Yep.
He
He got that money. That's what happened to him. He got that money. He ain't been the same.
Reminds me of Allen Houston a little bit, kind of, sort of. Not
Bill's not
same
number
player
one
type,
player.
but
He shouldn't be
perception.
a number one on the team.
I'm talking about perception, like
But
you know.
Tatum is a definite, absolute number one. I mean,
Is he
he's
sitting at the table
all-NBA
with
player.
Steph and LeBron and KD?
Well,
and
Steph's been in the league since 2009, and LeBron's been in the league since 2003.
is he sitting at the table with those guys right now?
Tatum.
How many years he been in the league?
2018.
4 years.
I want to say it's been 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you
It
can't.
should be
That's
like I
definitely
feel like
no,
he's
he's not
starting
at
to
the
make his mark now.
He's
He
definitely not at
Like,
the table with people
depends
that's
on
been
what
in the league
happens
for
in
17
here.
years and shit.
He needs hardware, man. He needs a ring. And then,
16, 17 years. Yeah, he's
you
not
get that ring,
at
man.
the table with them guys.
Right.
He still has some growing to do.
Yeah,
Right,
he's got a lot of
right.
growing to do. Yeah,
But talented like a motherfucker, real talented. You see him last night?
I mean,
Yo,
he's
I
coming
was
up
like,
on
oh
his.
my
This
God.
is extension. This is extension number. He got his first extension, right?
I don't know
I
how his
think
contract
so.
is structured. But
Yeah.
he,
So he
the
I
first
think
three
he just
quarters,
recently got his first extension.
if he plays like that again, the first three quarters and starts showing off his ass off in the fourth, he's gonna be. I mean, he was just on fire last night. He was like possessed. That first step to the basket, and long strides, and he's just that. I want to see him. I think he had the talent to become one of the all-time greats. Some players bloom late. Let's.
Oh, he's gonna be an all-time Celtic great. That's for sure.
Shit,
I mean,
who knows
if
if
he
he
ain't
be there?
already? You know what I'm saying?
What happens when his contract runs out? Like, a bidding war starts, and maybe
He
you
ain't
need
going
another
nowhere.
guy.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he ain't going
I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't know. I just, I want to see what he does in the finals. I want to see what
Me
he does
too.
on that stage.
Win or lose, he still show me.
Well, I mean,
He
was
has
in
to
the finals
redeem
last
himself
year.
from
He was in the finals
'Cause
last
he
year. That
didn't
was his
show
first-
up. He
that was
didn't
his
show
first
up in
career,
that
yeah.
finals
Did
at all.
not.
Like I would like to see him redeem himself and him like actually fucking do some shit.
Shit, KD didn't show up that first when they played the Heat that year. I was waiting on KD to go. I remember that still. I was waiting for KD to go off. KD was. I didn't even know he was in the fucking game when they played the. Was it 2014 or 13?
2012. That was his
Yeah.
fifth year in the league.
Yeah,
Didn't know.
that stage be too big for some of them.
Man,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
most-
LeBron made.
So
LeBron made
now,
it to the finals.
fucking, he got the experience now, so I expect him to do something
say
this year.
That was LeBron's
If
fifth
they
year
get in,
finals in the league when he made it to the final when they got swept by San Antonio. That first finals run he had.
yeah,
Yeah, that was LeBron's fifth. That was 07.
Yeah.
LeBron came
Yeah.
in.
When he made the fight, when he took Cleveland to the finals, no other All Stars.
got my respect.
Yeah, with that fucking
Yeah.
garbage ass.
Got my respect that year.
With Booby Gibson and Zadrunas Ilgauskas.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Larry Hughes.
That's
And, yeah,
Guys are Jews, you niggas.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's what he had.
And the rest of them
Sound like
motherfuckers.
he's saying Zadrunas Ilgauskas when he do that. That's right.
Yeah,
Rest of them motherfuckers.
yeah. So,
He had
yeah.
Meanie Money Mo in.
fucking.
I mean, that's the kind of house he
Johnson.
was in.
What was that nigga name? Was it Booby John? Who was
Booby Gibson.
something
Booby
Johnson?
Gibson.
Gibson.
Yeah,
Ira Newble. on that
Newble.
motherfucker?
That 017, right?
Nigga said Ira
Hey,
Newble.
Was Eric Snow the point guard that year?
Yeah, Eric.
Oh shit.
That ain't no
Oh,
way
that's
they
Eric
should have
Snow.
made it with that nigga being point guard.
Hey,
but
and, hey,
I don't
and
think he was
Daniel Marshall.
starting.
Hey,
Eric Snow
Daniel
and
Marshall
Daniel
was like
Marshall,
his
yeah.
shooting forward.
yeah, that's a wild ass squad.
Yeah, that was a terrible squad.
All right, listen, check it
How
out.
do
We
you-
had
bro. How did he win 60 games with them, bro? Because they was the 1 seed.
Nah, that was Detroit was the 1 seed that year. Detroit.
Oh
was
yeah,
coming off
that's
the
right.
Finals,
Yeah, that's
their
right.
finals against San Antonio, and they I can't remember what. No, it was the Heat had won that the year before. The Heat won.
Yeah.
let's say you had on the
Detroit went to
team.
the finals.
Let's say you had on the team. You had Shannon Brown, Daniel Gibson, Drew Gooden, Larry Hughes, Ilgauskas, LeBron, Damon
Drew
Jones,
Gooden.
And
Oh my
fucking
Dwayne
Drew
Jordan,
Gooden was-
Danielle Marshall, Sasha Pavlovic, Scott Pollard, Eric Snow, Anderson Varejao, sorry,
Varejao.
David Wesley.
Oh,
Yeah.
And Wesley
Brad-
old as shit.
Only a guy.
Yeah, I
that
forgot
can
David
get
West was on that
40,
team.
Yep.
10 rebounds. And
I forgot
10
anybody
assists
that was on
carry
that
a
team.
like that.
Right. That team wasn't even supposed to make the playoffs. But that's when
And that's when LeBron got my respect. Like
That's when
too.
LeBron
Me
scored
too.
25 straight in the
You
fourth
took
quarter.
that
against
garbage
Detroit.
ass team to the finals. Like,
he took
yeah.
it to the final, though. I was so shocked, man.
In that
I
what
remember.
was it, game 6? He scored 25 straight points in the fourth quarter against Detroit. Because Detroit was supposed to go. Detroit was the ones that were supposed to go to the finals and shit. And LeBron interrupted that one.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you when I realized that like just him as a player was a big deal just being on a team is when he left Cleveland and they went from first, second, third to worst to not even I don't even know if they
Yeah.
made the playoffs, right?
Yo, that-
Hell no, they didn't make the playoffs.
That owner was
Goes to
hot.
Miami, do what he did there. Leaves Miami. Miami went from a contender to not even making the playoffs. Then Cleveland's right back up there. And I was like, damn, this nigga good, man. Like he might not be Jordan in the fourth quarter, Kobe Bryant AI in the fourth quarter. But goddamn, quarters 1 through 3, it's hard to find a better player.
I was a LeBron fan until he went. I didn't like how he did the whole South Beach thing. I know that's petty. And when they won, not two, not three, and they made a big deal about it, I became a LeBron fan. But I got to take my hat off
I
to the
think,
man. Hella
man, let
career.
me tell you, I think a lot of that was like hyperbole on the
Yeah.
media's part
Right,
because, and they was really, that's not what they was really mad about. They was really mad about them teaming up on their own accord. Now, if a player gets traded on his birthday and finds out through the media that he got traded, hey, it's just business. That's just the business
That's
of
the
the league.
game.
That's a business,
But
right?
when the player gives the league a little taste of their own money, or their own medicine, then it's a problem.
Nah, I was pissed off at LeBron too. That was some
Yeah,
bullshit.
because ESPN told y'all to be pissed off.
Nah, because he should have came to the Nets is where he was supposed to come.
Oh, okay. Okay.
this guy.
Put them out to the shoes, niggas.
Now that I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah. Well,
That's a
why the fuck I'm
legitimate
gonna cheer for him going to the Heat? You know what I mean? Go to the Nets, bro. That's
I
what he's supposed
respect
to do.
that.
We killed all that cap room to try to sign that motherfucker. He said we had a great meeting and shit, but he didn't sign that shit, nigga. So
Yeah, nigga.
that's how I felt about it.
What that was really about is you niggas ain't supposed to be thinking on your own.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what LeBron said. This is what
You
LeBron
do
said
what we
when
tell y'all to do.
LeBron got that contract offer from the Nets. He was like,
He did the same thing to the Knicks too. Because
Hey, why about it?
At least he didn't sign with the sorry ass Knicks, nigga.
We say Dix.
Since we on sports, before we get off the sports segment,
Come on.
I would like to get everybody's opinion on Spence versus Crawford. Everybody's prediction.
Oh, let's go. I like that. Thanks for reminding me.
I'll go last since I brought it up.
I got Crawford because I think he doesn't make mistakes, and possibly Spence can make a mistake or two, and I think Crawford's the guy to make him pay for it. So I got Crawford.
That's a good analysis.
I need to do more research.
I haven't watched Spence fight enough
definitive
yet
answer.
to have an opinion. I watched Crawford several times. I haven't watched Spence enough.
Oh, okay.
I like to see the fight. I like to watch the fight. Go back and watch the fight with them both against
Porter.
Porter, yeah, against Sean Porter, yeah.
I can tell you, Crawford fought him much better, but there is a reason for that though, and the reason is because Crawford can fight just as well going backwards as he does going forward.
Right.
Spence does not fight just as well going backwards as he
So
does
Porter
forward.
was
That
just
different.
too aggressive for him. I had to watch it.
He had Spence all off balance, man. Spence he don't fight as well off the back foot.
Right.
So
Spence like
well,
the
Crawford,
I want to
your
say
ass off the
Crawford.
back foot, the front foot, the side foot, one foot, it don't matter.
I want to say, I'm gonna just say Crawford. I'm just going there with Crawford.
Now Spence obviously is a bigger man. I mean, which
he's the natural welterweight,
right?
But he's not that much bigger than Crawford, but he is the natural welterweight.
Mm-hmm. You know, Spence like to get into it, try to, I don't see Crawford letting him do that. I see Crawford gonna be sticking and moving, and he gonna be waiting for him to make that mistake. Because that last fight Spence fought, he got caught.
He did a bunch of times.
Got a
He
chin.
did. He got caught a bunch of times by Ugas. Now, if that's Crawford hitting him like that, he going night.
Now, is your romance still with Boots? You think he's still gonna be the answer, bro?
I think so. He need a shot. That's all. He just needs a shot. Now, I didn't like his last fight. I don't know what was going on with him in his last. His footwork was terrible. I don't know if he just didn't care or if something was wrong, but his footwork was bad in his last fight. Like, I don't know what was up with that.
Well,
but he needs to clean that up.
The fight's in June, right? July, right?
July 29th.
Let's
Las
go.
Vegas. He rolled the ring.
I
will be there.
I'm going with the illest nigga in Nebraska.
Okay. Anybody else? Before I say what I gotta say?
Go ahead. Anybody got
okay. My analysis is pretty much like yours, Wide Body. Both of them are great fighters, both undefeated, both have all the belts between the two. So this is for all the marbles. Yep. We ain't had a fight like this in about 40, 50 years, man. But Crawford just has too many different ways he can beat you. He can fight lefty, fight righty, he can box, he can fight, he can inside, outside, one foot, like I said, going forward, going backwards. Spence is a straight up punisher.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Spence's one technical flaw that I see in every fight is he does not have head movement. And with Crawford being a superb counterpuncher, his head's gonna be there all night long to be counted. So, however, though, If he has the 10 to withstand them shots, if it goes the distance, Spence wins. Because nobody's going to outwork him. Nobody's going to outpoint him. He throws like 75 punches around when the average is like 30.
Right.
Yeah. But if that's the only way he wins, if he can survive the counter shots and get to the scorecard. But I see Crawford stopping him probably by around 8, 9, 10.
So you see a stoppage. Okay.
I see a stoppage.
That's gonna
And I hate to even talk about the great Errol Spence in that manner, but that's what it is. Yeah.
You know, you
can't be biased. Gotta tell the truth.
Gotta tell the truth. Exactly. Hey man, real quick, man, what you tell them about your upcoming project, man?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So got a new beat tape coming called Playing It By Ear.
Right.
I'm gonna try to drop it on Thursday. It just depends, just tweaking some stuff right now. Try to get some promo material up before then. About 13 tracks. Y'all know how I do, kind of mix up the styles. You ain't gonna never get bored with one track because they all, kind of different. It might be a couple of that are similar, but I try to bring different stuff to the table. That's kind of how I listen to music. In real life, I listen to all kind of stuff. So that's it.
Dope, man. Look out for that.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Dixie Freely's been hard at work. Hey, I still gotta get up with you later.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wallace, where you at, brother?
What's up, man? I'm here.
Got a lot going on as well, man. Can you tell the audience and people for the playback what you got going on, man? Where you check you out at?
I got a show coming up on the 23rd, up here in Ann Arbor.
All right.
Working on a partnership with New Music USA and Wayne State University to work on a hip hop project with involving teachers. It's the basis of my doctoral dissertation, which is done except for about a half a chapter left. And hopefully I'll be defending that too. I'm streaming that bitch too when I fucking pass that shit. I'm streaming that shit on Facebook. God damn it.
Hopefully I'll get a copy so I can put it on here as well. I like to play it as well.
No doubt.
Yes, man.
That's gonna be and we just starting to do the joints for it, so that's gonna be a minute. That'll probably be out like in the fall.
That's what's up, man. Congrats on all your success and your future endeavors, man. As well.
Thank you, boss.
Dixie.
I got a new album coming out too, yo.
Hold on, RTO.
Blige blues, you niggas.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
All right, real quick. RTO, you there? I want RTO. I know he got some shit going on too. As for me, we got WTF still on the burner. Just played Barbarians in a few minutes, but we're working on that too. Also, got some network stuff coming out. We got a track called Color Purple on the way, featuring
wow.
Taz
Oh wow.
Uno.
Does it address the controversy? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Taz Uno, See Me Hustle, produced by RTO Beats. Got some more stuff on our horizon as well, some more network stuff. Also, we got me and Rod working. We're gonna get back on that as soon as Rod gets his schedule cleared. Also, we got the trip to Montreal in July, so we're gonna be streaming a lot. Check on this channel as well. We're gonna be doing some live stream. We all get together, do our thing. Dates to be named later, so we'll stream when we get there. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and it's good to see people making music. It's good to people still doing their thing. Real quick, man. We're talking last night. I know we're talking about this AI shit, man. I got mixed reviews. I kind of was thinking about that. Now, when AI first started coming around, oh my God, you can play this chord and which is kind of part of AI. I think at a small dose, AI is cool, but I'm kind of, I ain't gonna say scared, but I'm kind of, AI can be, if used in the wrong way, man, it's gonna be some problems, man, for a lot of different type of things, likenesses and shit like that. And also, man, us people as consumers don't care what you use, what converters your machine has. Did you do it on a computer? Did you do it on standalone? They just care about how it sounds. So I kind of afraid of that kind of happening as well. I heard a mix the other day with Tupac did Many Men from 50 Cent, and it sounded like Tupac really was in the booth.
That's crazy.
Rapping to Many Men.
Bullshit.
That is scary.
Like I think the only way around that is going to be the digital footprint, because you know how like every time we take a picture, it has like a timestamp in the picture that's embedded in the picture. something like that's gonna have to be done with like music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a
fucking
digital
voice gonna have
but
to get
even
copyrighted or whatever, however that
or that
works.
too. Like something's gonna have to be done to where it's just like, I don't know. It's gonna have to be some like what was that? What I'm gonna say, like biographical data is gonna have to be implemented to where stuff like that happens, bro. So yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Like
real.
when they did Frank Sinatra
markings.
when they did Frank Sinatra singing to the window to the wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, this is wild.
That shit was funny, but it of course it's gonna start off being funny and shit. Then niggas gonna take that shit to the next level. It's gonna start being some
Like,
bullshit.
I think the whole thing was like when people was like, "Oh man, you can have Drake on your track. You just write, voice emulator. That's cool." Like, bro, why would you even think like that?
Right.
That's the bullshit. Like, it's gonna be MC such and such and friends. Future.
I do. I would.
Lil Jon.
I would appreciate it using the way Gadget posted today.
That right. Like I got no problem with that.
DOC using it,
Writing their own lyrics. That's like the main part for me. I don't want some other nigga writing these lyrics for whoever that they want to use, and now it's sound.
Yeah, but in the case of them two, it's necessary. Their careers were affected by their voices being lost.
All right, it's gonna open up a lot of different things, and these things will have to. Can you sue if you're Tupac's estate? Can you sue for putting to a Tupac voice on say another track? Is that?
That goes down to the sample clearance, right? Like,
I would think so.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't use your sample of your voice
because the vocals is a part of the sound recording that is copywritten. So I don't know. Well, let me take that back because the vocals themselves, the words are. I don't know about the sound of the vocal. I don't know if that's part of it. Maybe.
Right. Because
I see a lot of legislation coming. That's what I see.
Right. And I'm like, well, I could take Tupac. It sounds like Tupac. Did Tupac? Tupac's dead, but Tupac just did a verse on my stuff with someone else's lyrics that wrote them, and he did. Can you I want to see that. How's that gonna? If someone wants to try to sue, and I think the telling sign is gonna be they're gonna find a way to prosecute, and before that, you know what I'm saying?
This is Napster Part 2.
Right.
Like my thing is, I don't want no motherfucking white supremacists creating some fucking lyrics using someone to come up talking about I fuck with Nazis and just some wild shit like that, which I can totally see being on some propaganda shit. Like it's like
they're gonna use Martin Luther King voice.
Yeah, this shit's been done already. So I mean, right.
That all the niggas burn in hell.
Yeah. Shout out to the Klan.
Oh shit! A McRib Y'all
can like try to lighten it up in the form of song and shit, but definite fucking hidden agenda. I wouldn't even say it's hidden, but I just don't want shit like that to come out.
Right,
like,
and
Timberland is all for it.
Oh, that ain't my man's.
You trying to make some money before that shit?
I don't fuck with that. Man,
I think Guru was checking him about that.
Yeah, Guru checked him like a motherfucker. He said that shit corny as shit.
Word. Yeah, don't.
Shout out to Guru for not going along being a crowd please.
Real. He's these guys. I mean, I could probably see how he looks at it. He's trying to protect the integrity of this shit because this has a chance to really, really, really
get out of hand.
Get out of hand, and it's going to open up other avenues of income. People doing this shit, and it's going to be a big. Lawyers are, being a attorney is going to be, the entertainment these entertainment lawyers businesses picked up. Believe that, because anybody gonna sit and listen to this shit. See how they were all over us when we first started sampling and shit, man. Them guys are like trying to get points and shit. Like, I don't want cease and desist. I just want points off this fucking song y'all about to put up. Go ahead and do it, shit. And we're like, hey, everyone wins, but strap in because it's gonna get crazy out here, man. We enjoyed our AI. I mean, I enjoy certain AI shit that I have. I think I like the fact that I can go and it's a Nectar and do a master assistant, have them take all the bad frequencies out. I ain't got time for all that shit.
But can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah.
The way I kind of see it though is you can't fear the reaper. Like this shit needs to change. The shit needs to die. The way that it is right now, it needs to change. People are going to find a way to make it. I mean, this is hip hop. People are going to find a way to make AI work for them and make it some way artistic, just like they already doing AI art. They making it. It still comes with a certain. You still got to have a certain swagger with it. You still got to have a certain skill set with it. And let's be honest, the music as it current, there's a guy here who posts up things that says there's too many people making music. You gotta have gatekeepers to do this, that, and the third. Hey, people ain't gonna stop making music. It's not gonna happen. People are not gonna stop making music. But so what I'm saying,
that genie ain't going back in the bottle.
They're not going to be able. Okay, so AI will be able to replicate recorded music. What if the emphasis goes back towards live music? What if the emphasis goes back towards music that you can't replicate because it's improvised? You know what I'm saying?
We talked about this last night.
Is it harder to do an AI record of Glorilla produced by ATL Jacob versus Black Thought and the Roots? Is it harder to do a record by reproduce a record by Stevie Wonder, or harder to reproduce a record with the same pattern with the same pattern that it's been for the last 10 years? That's my opinion of it. I'm like, let this shit die because niggas gonna figure it out.
Oh yeah, best believe that. Best believe that.
I definitely don't think it's going anywhere. But I think I'm talking about AI. It's here to stay. But I just hope there is some integrity involved. And it just don't turn into the Wild Wild West.
You're gonna end up listening to commercials and shit like on Demolition Man.
Armor hot dogs.
But now the conversation is, oh, you're supposed to be using your music to sell something else. That's the conversation. Because people know music ain't selling like that.
Right,
you using your music to sell, you doing something else.
It's so accessible. It's too accessible now. It's right here on your phone. You ain't got to put no effort in to get it no more.
You got to dub someone's tape and shit. Hey, give me that killer tape.
You got to drive to the store.
There is always an effort to harm Black. I mean, these things like this, these technological advances, they harm Black art the worst because we don't control none of the distribution or the creation of the technology. But what we do is we take the shit and we make it do what we want it to do in ways that other people don't see. Because we export culture. That's what we do. So
that's at the heart of the problem right there.
To see what will happen next. Because the shit need to die, in my opinion.
Story and rebuild, man. I could dig
hip hop.
I'm telling you right now, I've already thought about creating my own AI rapper to rap over my stuff.
Right.
but it's gonna be original though. He gonna be original, he or she.
That's within taste though. That's dope. I think that's a great idea.
Hey, no, what's crazy is they had there's an artist over in Korea or one of them Asian countries that has an artist, like a virtual artist that's at the top of their charts.
Damn.
Doesn't surprise me.
That was like a while ago too. Somebody had posted that. It was a while ago.
I saw that.
I don't doubt it.
I can't remember if it was a singer or a K-pop rapper or something.
I ain't got to worry about the AI artist telling me I put too much delay on their voice.
Right.
especially if you can rap. Like if you can rap it, you can kind of tell it what to say.
All right.
In some ways, hey, why not? I could make the most gutter gangster ass record of all time that's hard as shit and not have to be concerned about the fact that that's not the lifestyle I live.
You know what I'm saying? Not me. I'm not killing anything.
Or your artist being tested when he go out for shows.
Right.
AI cat ain't living that life. That see how much shit is opening up. There's a whole
Yeah.
new, and like I can dig that what Wiles is saying about destroying and rebuilding stuff, but within good taste, that's dope having your own AI rapper. I just don't want to hear fucking Nat King Cole over fucking
Yeah, that's the stuff that's gotta stop.
The AI shit is whack. That shit ain't good for nobody. That's what Tay Lee said. Shout out to Tay Lee.
You know what I realized, man? Doing all this shit that I've been doing or whatever, there is nobody to call the shit out and say, we talk about, yeah, you good, son. You talk about that shit, like we sit up and we honor people like Rakim and Nas and this, that, and the third and blah, blah, blah. And shouts out to them. They still doing their thing. But the shit is, we know it is over, nigga.
There's no gatekeepers, really. There's
That
no
shit is over. It's been over.
There's just no gatekeepers, bro. Like there's no real gatekeepers. I feel there's no one that's that's calling the shots or being an advocate, a strong advocate for real. Everyone else interest is in fucking a bag. I feel
absolutely, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, we don't have a musical.
What was the
society.
last hit record on the? What was the last hit song on the chart? Well, you make a song, want you to make 10 songs just like that,
dude.
Right.
If you want to
copy paste,
you want to be relevant in your metropolitan area. What you do is you go. I said this before. Go on Rap Caviar and make 2 beats that sound like the first 10 beats you hear. Take that and send those beats out to the top 10 artists in your area, and you gonna come up.
Wow.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Peace.
What's
and
up,
I'm not,
What's up,
I'm
man?
not-
I just wanted to
jump
slide
in.
through here and chime in real quick on this AI shit, man.
Hell yeah.
I don't think that shit good for nobody. I don't think it's good for nobody involved. And I hear you, Wallace, when you're saying that a lot of shit need to be destroyed and rebuilt, but that's not one aspect of it. Because it's bad enough that people don't have the musical integrity to know a lot of shit, whether it be rhyme writing, whether it's production, or any of that. So when you talk about the restructuring of things, yeah, it should be a restructuring thing if it's gonna be rooted in pure talent and not the AI, because it's bad enough niggas is using gimmicks for everything else. Why we need a gimmick? Why do you need to supplant a gimmick within the framework of the culture or the music or any aspect of the culture? That's going if we talk about rebuilding some shit on some solid foundation.
Is the culture the product, or is the culture the practice of creating the music?
It's all that. It's all that, because you still got to have integrity within some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like you still got to have the integrity. So like for that person who's creating a AI Drake to be on his song instead of reaching out to a Drake or getting his budget together to get a Drake on it. It's like we co-sign so much fake. We're co-signing too much unauthentic shit, and saying that, hey, well, that's just the way of the world. Like, no, you really have a say to be authentic in your approach to the culture, to not just the culture but to your art. So if I can't get a Rakim on a beat of mine or on a verse, do a verse for me, guess what? That must mean I don't need to get Rakim on a verse. So I need to figure out plan B.
There is no integrity. That's what I'm saying. When you talk about hip hop as a product, if you're talking about the big shit, there is no integrity. There is no integrity.
So basically, okay, so if there's no integrity, it goes back to what we're saying is that if you're gonna destroy and rebuild, you got to rebuild on some shit that's integrity. You can't destroy something and then build it on a falsehood, on something that ain't authentic.
Yeah. So but hear me out. We always kind of get to this point where technology does something and then it causes us to start questioning the ethics of some shit that doesn't operate with ethics.
Yeah,
this shit operates
with
with
that.
capitalism. When cassettes came out and people could dub shit, they had the same conversation. When they made CD versions, they had the same conversation. When the MP3s came out, they had the same conversation. And the hip hop that we love, that focuses on the knowledge of self, that focuses on the practice, people continue to do that, and that's what we attached ourselves to. But the game at large has absolutely no integrity. None.
So you're going to take your hard-earned money and you're going to buy. To me, that's the equivalent of and people do it all the time, going to buy some fake shit just so you can say you got something, but it ain't no substance, ain't no realness to it.
But you realize that we are the minority. We are the minority. We make the music that we love. I listen to more of y'all music and the artists who I know than I
on that one.
Artists.
So Wallace, you're talking about Wallace, you're talking about stepping into the industry and using AI to do it, basically, right?
What I'm saying is, it is part and parcel to people who are trying to participate in hip hop. Hip hop is a culture of resistance. It's a culture of saying, this is how this is. I'm gonna do the direct opposite. That's the culture of hip hop, right?
Right.
They're going to let me say this. People are going to find a way to do this shit different because it ain't going nowhere. We could say that no, you shouldn't fuck with it. Of course you shouldn't fuck with it. People should write their own rhymes. Producers should produce songs by themselves, like The Alchemist, and not have 5 niggas who drop a stem and then all of a sudden they got a production credit on the song.
Yeah.
We can continue to say that, but the unfortunate truth is that's the way the shit works. We're going to continue to fuck with the shit that reflects the integrity we respect.
Yep. You know this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? Now, I already brought up the Napster comparison. I'm going to give you a more recent one. The transition from terrestrial TV as a promotion vehicle to YouTube. Y'all remember the Soulja Boy era? Nobody was ready for that. Everybody hated it. And now that is that's what we all do now. But we do it in our own way. And it's going to be the same thing with AI. It's going to be the same thing. We're going to be doing it with the way we do it. But it ain't going nowhere.
And the trade-off is for people who are interested in maintaining this integrity for the music, the payoff in a way, or I guess you can't say the payoff, is we don't get to participate in the game on a capitalist level. We don't get to participate in the game in that 1 to 5% of people that's getting super duper paid off music. That's the trade-off. We can do it the way we want to do it, and we can talk about the things we want to talk about, but we're not going to be able to play this game that these other people are doing. I'm just saying. They're going to find a way to start using AI and freaking shit with it. I'm gonna say that, but then there's also that shit is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
It's definitely, it's just gonna get bigger. Like for me, I'm not tripping. If I was trying,
and that wouldn't even be.
And I'm telling you, I would like the idea as we are. Of course, we got rappers in this group, but let's be honest, all of us are not always available. Well, if all of us create the kind of rappers we want to hear, then hey, we can push that movement like we've been pushing our production. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm gonna carve my own lane in the shit. Because it ain't going nowhere.
Well, I mean, you and listen, wherever to each his own, whatever it floats the boat. That's just like when we talk about a lot, if you don't uphold certain things within the culture, just like people, like you said, hip hop is a culture of resistance. But how come in hip hop, that's the only culture that we can think about that the lines constantly get blurred based on someone else's I won't say innovation, or somebody else's different thumbprint or fingerprint on something that kind of shifts the whole paradigm. No other culture, you can't go into a mafioso culture and say, well, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm not pricking my fingers swearing to no oath of omerta. I'm just gonna be who I am, and I ain't got to know who none of these people are that preceded me. I ain't got to know none of this shit.
You telling me? Are you telling me that the mafia and stuff has not evolved?
It has evolved in certain aspects, but not at its core. You get what I'm saying? Like not at its core. Now, granted, you're gonna have snitches, you're gonna have all this shit that's going on within the framework of what's going on. But at its core, I don't believe at its core that you have all these fundamental changes to where it has totally kind of gave a whole facelift to what we know as that thing.
But for us, okay, so that's a perfect thing though, because for us, the core is integrity, artisanship, artistry, collaboration, so on and so forth. But at the core for a lot of motherfuckers is money and capitalism.
No doubt, but let's scrub that away from the conversation. If you're an artist, right?
And capitalism, if it's being driven by capitalism, bro, if it's being driven by money, then it has to change to what the market wants it to change. And it has to change based on the available resources. Here's a free available that people about to fuck with. They're about to fuck with this.
But that does not mean, just because that is so, that does not mean that you have to. But like I said, to each his own. But that doesn't mean just because that's something that's new or something that's I don't know, game changing or whatever. You got to attach your star to it, or attach your attach yourself to it, because it's basically what it is. It's a fad. It's really nothing of substance. Now I get what you're saying about the capitalism aspect of it. We get that, but that's almost like selling your soul to be a part of something that's unauthentic and unreal. That's what I'm saying, because I get the capitalism is how it's driven and all that good stuff. But if you're a person that's about your art and I'm sure that we've had discussion, of people have had discussion about even with what sampling is. Oh, if you sample, you're not a real musician and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I would challenge any motherfucker to take a part of.
But I just think that's a fine line though, Hurst, because there's a bass player, a piano player, a jazz player who all say we ain't being true to music right now because we sample.
I beg to differ, because shit, hey, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's hard to play a piano, but it's hard to take a composition from somebody's, man.
I know.
According to some niggas playing piano.
I know that, but I'm just saying it's still a fine line, because the people can make that same argument against people who sample.
Oh yeah, no question.
Because you didn't create it from scratch,
right?
So that's why I say like I try not to get. I mean, you do. I'm not telling you what to do, brother, but I'm just saying I try not to get so far into that kind of stuff, because I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do at the end of the day, regardless of.
Oh, no question. That's my credo.
So I don't begrudge anybody, but I don't like the idea of making Drake AIs and saying featuring Drake like that. I don't respect that at all.
Dangerous.
Now I will say this, if you don't like your voice, it's a lot of rappers that don't like their voice, right? If you don't like your voice and you feel like, man, I'm gonna use this to kind of, it's no different than you putting auto-tune, or no different than Madlib using whatever he was using to create Quasimodo. You know what I'm saying? So like so if you think about it, even shit like auto-tune or talkbox is some kind of AI. It's something that's altering the naturalness of your voice, and is giving it a whole nother texture or character or whatever. So from that standpoint, I kind of get it. I get it if you're using it to kind of like create an alter ego or doing some other stuff like that. But like when you get around to like, you using it for purposes that could possibly stunt your career growth from a commercialized standpoint or from a capitalistic standpoint before you even get started. Because now what's happening is you're going to have a lot of people who are going to fight for legislation to make sure that this shit don't have a leg to stand on going forward.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was kind of saying
Ice Cube just said this shit the other day. I was watching something, and he said, because the guy asked him, did he hear the AI Drake song? He said, no, I'm not listening for that. He said, man, because if I ever hear myself on anything that I ain't co-signed or assisted, especially with this AI stuff, I'm suing. Not only am I suing the motherfucker who created it, I'm suing the people who played on their platforms. So now, and and hearing Timbaland talk about this, it's kind of funny to me that Timbaland is a proponent of this, because he has a selfish reason for that, because he's trying to go back and recreate Aaliyah. So he has his own selfish reason for going to do and co-signing this shit, But it's always the people who, hey, every culture vulture ain't white. Let me say that every culture vulture is not a Caucasian. You got culture vultures that look just like us, who got skin in the game, and they're opportunists. And that's all that shit sounds. That's just another piece. That this AI shit is another piece for niggas who looking for another leg up, another way out.
That's how Timbaland come off to me. That's how Timbaland come off to me right now. Hearing that, but hey, I hope.
Hey, but I don't. Hey, listen. I don't want to be on no song with no AI generated motherfucker. If you can't be your true authentic self on the song, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing a song together. Fuck it.
I like the fact that, like what Dixie was saying, create his own shit and to be an extension of what the fuck I'm doing. I think that's dope. I just don't want to hear
question.
Nat King Cole on my shit, or
if I do it, it's gonna be 100% original. I would just be writing the rhymes. Ain't no different from me being a songwriter,
Right.
That shit is.
But as far as trying to sound like the next artist, that's it whack.
I hope conversation is sparked on this, which I figure, and I'm definitely sure that it's going to be some people who are going to be talking, because a lot of certain people in certain sectors' livelihoods kind of on the line with this shit. That bread and butter is doing shit, creating music and putting artists, shit like that. It has a chance to that, and also I feel it has a chance to open up other revenue streams as well. I mean, people are gonna manipulate the shit out of this. You understand? Like, they do that shit now with things, man. Imagine about a couple years, man. This shit's gonna be like so repulsive. But
I agree.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's Napster 2.0.
I agree.
That is.
It's crazy. I love you, Digger Hurts.
Yeah, man.
And I don't ever want you to change.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
Trust me, I couldn't see it happen.
Now, that's not saying I'm not a proponent for change, or I'm not a person that's susceptible to accept change. It's just certain shit, man, that I take whatever kind of artist I am, I take that shit real serious. So and not and like for the most part, people who I do music with and people that I respect who do music, I would think that we share that same viewpoint in terms of integrity. Like all our opinions are not going to be lock, stock, and barrel, the same thing all the time. You know what I'm saying? But like when it comes to certain things, like for the most of y'all, well, no, I ain't gonna say most of y'all. All of y'all have a certain integral thing that y'all are about, and that's what makes me appreciate what y'all do, and it makes me stand beside y'all when y'all decide to do what y'all do.
Right
so that's all.
Do we think that? Do you guys think that Ja Rule was a good artist?
Yeah, I think he was exceptional artist for what he was.
I wasn't the biggest fan, but I respect him as an artist, though.
Gotcha.
I mean,
I think he had the best for what he brought to the game at the time he brought it. I think he had the best. It was kind of formulaic, but it was working, and all it took was a disgruntled and a focused 50 Cent to use reverse psychology and knock all that shit down.
As a rapper, though, y'all respected that nigga? Because I am.
No, not as a rapper.
Yeah.
As what he did as an artist. Like he
made some
it's cats that
songs.
copycat that whole formula to the T today.
Yeah.
I tell you this, man. Like a lot of those artists I wasn't a big fan of back then, I would take any of their catalog over shit I hear them on the radio any day of the week.
God
What you
damn, you
talking
listen to the
about?
radio, bro? Good.
Hey,
No,
man,
I'm just saying.
hey,
Sometimes,
I will listen.
Listen, man.
I will listen to
Golly.
the Murderers album before I listen to half of this shit on the goddamn radio
Hey,
right now.
That very,
hey, I
very
can turn
Vici.
that shit so fast.
I listen to Vanilla Ice before I listen to this bullshit on the radio.
Come on, Malcolm. Come
And
on,
I was telling
Malcolm.
my 8-year-old this the other day. I swear to God, we had this conversation about music today, and I said, "See, the music today all sound like one long ass song and never ends." I said,
Man.
"The music that I grew up on, everybody, you had to be original. That was the rule. You couldn't copy anybody. If you copied anybody, you were called a fighter."
All the rappers sound the same. All the singers sound the same. Everybody use the same cadences, the same flow, same. And everybody has the same texture of voice. So it's like
Can we just
like you said,
move on
one
from
continuous-
808s, bro? 808s and 30-second note hi-hats. I just want to have something where it's just something.
You actually have to know how to play
I-
bass.
I don't even mind that part of it.
Away from 808s.
I want to be able to not be like, it sounds like this person, but I don't know
Right,
if
who's
it's that
this?
person or not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do people listen to full
I-
songs though? Do people listen to those anymore? Everything I hear is now
Hey,
is like,
bro, all these albums now are like 15 minutes long, bro.
yeah, because the little TikTok
the
version,
attention,
people only playing little snippets. And
the
shit.
attention span of the average consumer nowadays. Whereas, like in our
We
days,
listen to full
like,
out. We listen to
we
full
listen to
tapes,
full
bro.
albums, you know, and to we had to listen to a full album to figure out how many really truly good songs was on that album. So
You
it
know how
wasn't like
dope
we
a
couldn't-
song had to be for me to hit that
Yeah.
rewind button and shit, nigga.
And that's
Man,
because
and-
we didn't have the whole world in the palm of our head at the same time.
Nah, but it just
Well-
took too long hitting that rewind button, man. I was like, God damn, hold on. What did
But
he say?
then,
man?
but then, like the crazy part is we would sit and dissect the album for
Yes, we
like
would.
hours after we heard it. We would listen
Yeah.
to it, be like, all right, we ran
Man,
through it. All right.
listen, most albums we got back in the day, man, we sat with them bitches for a minute. We
Right.
sat with them. Like I'm talking about, like if you had a Walkman and you had to go, you was going to go play ball, you was walking to the place that you hooped at, you took that Walkman with you.
Right,
If you had to go
right,
wash
right.
dishes, that shit played in your Walkman or played on your boombox as you was
Right.
washing dishes. You had to
Listen,
go out there
man,
and
I
wash
was
the
trying to
car.
figure out what the RZA was talking about, man. Camouflage chameleon. We just-
Camouflage chameleons.
They already got the
Y'all
president.
talking.
He
I'm
was saying,
still that
the
way.
president, the raising
We're
resident.
I'm
talking,
still that way.
Hey,
I'm still that
man, listen. Hey, hold up, Malcolm. Do not. I will not let you shit on the fourth chamber like that. Do not talk about the fourth chamber like that.
No, that shit was dope. I had to rewind that shit. I had to peep that shit. I had to get the words right. Nigga, I was trying to. I was hitting that rewind button.
Go said the only man I hold weight for is the Sky Blue Valley kid, 83, Rock Taylor's. I was like, what the fuck are Taylor's? Let me look. I can't look it up, but I'm not just gonna use my
10%
imagination.
From the president to raise your residence because you had secret evidence, documents.
Because of
Y'all
the
had
Ebola
that
virus
shit.
under the
y'all
reign
said
of
about
King
Ghostface,
Cyrus.
son?
You
Y'all-
can tell
y'all
we
can have that
images
shit.
of a man right through his iris.
We'll say that for next week.
Yeah, right.
Hey.
I ain't that's the rebel. The end.
For you
Hey,
young
hey,
bucks.
hey,
Y'all
if you-
shitting
if
on
you-
me for not listening to Wu-Tang and shit.
Hey man, listen,
Hey,
man.
man, you
You
brought it up.
expecting me to try to
Leave you
figure
alone.
that shit out? Hey,
Hey,
Man,
yo,
so
that was
under-
that was most
hey,
people's
go
problem
listen
with
to
it.
go listen to Nutmeg and tell me what Ghost talk about on Nutmeg.
nigga, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. Nigga, I had no clue. But I damn sure wasn't trying to figure this shit out then.
nigga talking
I
about
had my trouble trying to figure out Bone.
Zipping.
Hooked up a cold whiskey.
That
Nigga
nigga
talking
said
about a steak knife.
season giraffe.
Put a little
rib.
coke, sprinkle a little snow inside of Optimo.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I know what you're talking about on
Nigga,
that one.
that's
That nigga said
a little
season-
wild,
that's-
sir.
Sprinkle a
You
little
fucking
snow inside of
talking
Optimo.
blunts.
Sprinkle a little
Like
snow
where
inside of
early
Optimo.
nigga said sprinkle a little snow inside of
Inside of
Optimo.
Optimo. That
Nigga
let's
said
see,
that
let's
shit
see.
casually as
Hey,
fuck
hey,
too.
right,
Like
like-
it wasn't.
Hey, real quick. Scientific. My hand kissed it. Robotic, let's
Mr.
think
Optimistic.
optimistic. You
You saw me
probably
kisses
missed
while me
it.
dolly
You
dick.
Dolly dick it.
Watch me dolly dick it.
Oh my
Gotti
God.
Waddy copping to me. Big microphone hippie. Hip and Kipsy, crispy chicken verbs, throw up a stone
Richie. Chop
Chop
O. Sprinkle a little snow outside of Optimo.
Okay, I get that one. Hey, he was smoking
Grab
a
it
shirt right
before
there.
that.
That's shirt,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
okay.
smoking what they call a woolly.
Woolly, we call it Woolly blunt.
Swing the John McEnroe. So
McEnroe.
swing the racket. Okay.
John McEnroe.
Rap rock and roll.
Rap rock and roll.
Mighty
Mighty
Bull,
Gung
Ho Pro.
Starsky with the gum
Starsky
sole.
with the gum sole. So
Nah,
Y'all
Starsky
niggas need a
and Hutch,
decoder
so,
ring
like,
to figure that
Right,
shit out.
man. Listen.
Nah,
like
that Supreme clientele was real, son. That was some
I'm
real
gonna tell you
shit.
something. I don't know what he was saying, but man, he put it in such a way that was so rhythmic. It's almost akin to when Fonte did the verse from Whatever You Say, because it's like you don't even know that he ain't rhymed the joint until after he told you he didn't
Until he
rhyme
tell
the
you.
joint.
Yeah.
Right.
It reminds me of Camp Low.
Glad Jay Bishop ain't here.
What? Since
I
you
never
be
got
falling
into
for
them
this guy,
niggas,
let's get rich. What?
Kiki Pata Pata Pa.
Can't get what? A shiggy fasa da da.
How they go again?
I never got into them Camp Low.
Like Geeky say he be sipping on my red
This shiggy shack da.
Hey man,
I be
them
sipping
dudes
on
speaking,
a red dye.
they were speaking Geechee, man.
Basically.
I was working on this album. I was using Dog Pound's some of their tracks as a reference, and I was like, "What the fuck is Miss LA talking about on Let's Play House?" I had to look that shit up.
Before we even go any further about that, man. Hey man, how you just gonna sneak up with an album with a project like this, man?
Well,
I can't wait to talk to this.
He
I can't
did.
wait to talk to this dude. He did.
I did.
I looked up one day.
No.
I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. He doing
Nah,
what?
we had a hangout like 3 weeks ago, and I told her who was there that night. Then
okay, see, I just missed the party and shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You was being a real Memphis nigga, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen, I was trying to be an interventionist for Job, man, so he can quit the foolishness, man. That shit didn't work.
Will I be sure?
So you was actually being a mentor. I see you.
I was being a mentor, on some town business shit, man.
I'm gonna need you to stop with that. I'm gonna need you to stop. I ain't said shit about whoop that trick and none of that.
Hey man, that's my favorite shit. Hey, that's my favorite shit now, man. Right. Hey, I don't know who that is. I hear him say that shit all the time, but I don't know who that is.
Producers are telling us to shut it down. Producers, the control room telling me to shut it down. We're going to shut it down real quick. Hey guys, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight, man. And, go chill us. Shout out to our production. Shout out to our sponsors there, Popeye's Wood Shop, Soar, and also Get the Collective. I don't know what the fuck wrong with. Well, thank you, man. Pardon words here. Thank y'all all, man. We'll be back next week, man. Everybody enjoy their Memorial Day. And we'll see you back here next week, 7 o'clock for 6:30 pre-show. We'll go from there. I'd like to thank Ortez Fields, Monique, Foster Jones, Dixie Freely, Diggerhurst, Serene Jewel, RTO Beach, Rod Wallace, See Me Hustle. I'm DJ Wild Body. We'll be back next Sunday. Let's go. Let's peace on 3. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Why everybody stay on the call, then? Stay on the call.
Scumbag is at it again, I see.